If all goes well, I'll be back to YouTube next week.
Oh, fuck me. I have not streamed.
Oh, Jesus.
Is it?
Okay, one more song. I'm just grabbing a drink. And we'll get started. Fucking hell. Oh. Yes. And good morning. Good morning. Fucking hell. I thought I'd better go live. Just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Mostly because if I don't do another hour, I can't go into like the fucking random kick thing. Like dude. Oh, I need to mod rain, don't I? There we go. I'll mod rain. You know. So you're alive? I am. I've been like super fucking busy. It's been unbelievable. It's mostly day job stuff, to be honest with you. I'm literally I was literally sat there fucking doing Excel analysis work, and I was like, this is my weekend. Fuck me. So it's been really busy, which has been like, it's been kind of useful in some ways to get like struck off YouTube, because like it gives me an excuse to just focus on like, you know, real world stuff that actually does matter much more. So yeah, fuck it, whatever. Okay. Fuck me. What the hell has been going on? It has been unbelievably busy, guys. The stuff going on with like, I've been missing you listening to your live streams. They will be back next week, I think. Okay, so we'll do this first. Do we do this first? No, we'll talk about the strikes in a bit. But hopefully I will be back on around the 30th or like the 1st of November ish, basically. That the intro could have been 20% cooler. That is true. You know, I didn't want to put too much effort into this stream. I didn't want to overpromise it. This is very much a filler stream. Very much. But I do want to talk about some of the stuff that's happened. Like, just some of the shit that's been going on Twitter. And I want to talk about the Misgift stuff in brief, basically. Because I'm not... Okay, so I'm going to preface this shit for anyone's like, oh, Beckett's going to talk about the Misgift stuff. I am. I'm probably going to watch the archive of Misgift's stream without watching Emily's. I'm going to use Yeet for clips, I think, to work out what the fuck is going on. But I think this will get interesting if Misgift goes like burnt scorched earth and like starts outing all the fucking Aristo drama. That could get real fucking interesting. That could be months worth of content. But at the same time, I've not seen enough yet. What I have seen is really bad, let me be clear. I've got no reason to disbelieve the claims that are being put forward. It sounds fucking crazy. But who the fuck is Misgift? Misgift is like, okay, here's part of my problem. I don't pay any attention to the Twitch aristocracy. I really couldn't give less of a fuck. But essentially, the Twitch aristocracy, like, is people like OTK, Pokemon, I think part of OTK, if I'm right, Asmongold, all this shit. Like, people who've been around for fucking ever. And big fucking audiences. And yeah, so basically, people remember, like, was it earlier this year or last year? Where I think it was last year, where there was the I Am Alex stuff, and I Am Alex's partner came out and started making accusations against him, which sort of just finally everyone was waiting for that to happen. I described the Misgift stuff as pretty fucking similar to that regard. A lot of people have wanted kind of the fall of Misgift for a while, but at the same time, I'm not briefed well enough, and I don't want to do the whole thing where I'm just like, yeah, dude, this guy is fucking guilty. What I will say is he looks pretty fucking cooked. Did you see anything about the OTK pedo shit? No? Fuck me. Is that there's OTK pedo shit now? Jesus. It's like fucking DLC. I also want to talk about Rose Malay. I want to talk about Rose Malay. Rose Malay has been begging for attention. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Rose. And I want to talk about Courtney and KP and some of the other stuff that's going on and what my plans are. I'm just going to be like, yeah, fuck it. Also, we might talk a bit about Vincent Martin, because Vincent Martin did a stream. And listen, I'm quite happy with my place on the internet talking about like glub shito drama. I think it's much funnier. some of it's like, dude, who gives a fuck about, like, I think one of the weird things about when you talk about really big characters is a lot of the time you've got like quite a big audience draw for that kind of content, but also I just get fucking bored. It's rare that there's a big story that I don't cover that I regret. It does happen. It's happened more recently. Like I'm sad I didn't cover the YMS stuff, and there's also I'll probably do a retrospective stream on legal mindset, because he had like a fucking crazy crash out, and there is an archive of it, I believe. So I do actually want to go over that, but I'd rather do it on YT. So, wow, it's so green over here. Are things going to be over here for much longer? Sorry, it's been discussed already. Just got her a second ago. So let's talk about Kick. Actually, fuck it. Let's talk about Kick through the lens of Reddit. Because Reddit had opinions. I got sent this. I actually didn't look at YouTube Drama where they were discussing the fucking Is that the actual title? Hold on a second. I didn't realize that was the title. Fuck, we might have to tube Drama. What is like, is that the actual title? Is trying to remove Cope and Seethe? Fucking hell. Next segment on the legal mindset crash out was hilarious. Yeah, I'm actually pretty interested in seeing that. Fuck. So like someone sent me this. I barely even read it. I read some of the comments and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. I was particularly interested in their takes on me moving over to Kick for a little bit. Dude, I just one of the things is I'm just looking at YouTube Drama. One of the things is, could someone explain this Leon Donovan shit? And I'm just like, bro, good luck. I wanted to talk about that actually. That shit's pretty funny. Can someone explain to me what the hell the Leon Donovan controversy is in terms of an outsider from YouTube Drama can understand? Started watching his stuff a few months ago, subscribed to his channels, and made a few posts in the subreddit. Okay, that's legitimately funny. Where the fuck is this? Oh, right, okay, here we go. Is attempting to roof Cope and Seethe, and other channels critical of her views. It's amazing how she's gone from beloved YouTuber to one of the most hated of all because she did not bother to do basic fact checking. Dude, this is actually pretty funny. I'm not seeing many comments of fuck Cope and Seethe, which is kind of funny. Okay, can we can they just devour each other like some hybrid herbivores? Also, wow, should have expected someone like Cope and Seethe to use Kick. Where the fuck else am I meant to go? Twitch? I am neither. Listen, I don't support terrorists or abuse animals enough, or apparently commit enough of domestic abuse to be a Twitch streamer. I'm sorry. What am I meant to do? Where else am I meant to... What do you want me to do? Stream on fucking Rumble? Like, what is this? Yeah, I ain't gonna deny, like, everyone here fucking sucks, not equally in my opinion. KP being the worst for, like, everything she's been doing this year. What the fuck? That's why Sai has an entire Tumblr account dedicating to shitting on Lily's media takes by having an acceptable target, only really focusing on her media. Sai keeps everyone from taking notice of her god-awful behavior. Is there a problem with Cope and Seethe? Their name is off-putting, but from my limited viewing, I haven't seen anything problematic. John Cope says the Arsler, and Jane Seethe has some not great things to say about non-binary people. No, I don't know their actual names. Lady Bedhead goes over all this in her giant video on Bonk. What do you mean the one that's... I'm friends with Lazy. What? How Lazy was describing Cope and Seethe during that segment. Dude, the mad that Lazy wasn't trying to kill me. That's really funny. Oh, dude. They want you to stream on Cozy. True. Fucking what's the other one? There's another site that's like completely free speech based. I used it back in the day. But like, look, Kick's just an easy alternative. Why Kick? That's where the incels and arseholes go after they get banned everywhere else. That's because Cope and Seethe is exactly like said incels and arseholes. Oh, got it. Thanks. I don't know anything about them. The way they said it made me think they had options, but apparently not. I'm not banned from Twitch. I just like I love the fucking Reddit mindset. Yeah, well, why don't they just go to Twitch? That's doing well at the moment. That's making total sense. Fuck me. I greatly dislike CopeAndSeeth, but KP needs to go away already. Why'd you dislike him? Not OP, but a couple of months ago, he lost his ever-loving shitted sigh. What the fuck? Is this like... What is with the Reddit support for, like... Oh, dude. Bro! Can't speak entirely for OP, but it really feels like they know that once this drama is done, their relevance is going to fall off. Other than like a small section of people, one of which being me, most people don't care about this drama. I'm well aware of that. It really feels like they've been dragging out with videos that are way longer than they need to be and rehashing things already said. Like, that's not to say anyone in this thread hole drama is near the decent person act. I cover tons of other stuff. I've done like... What? Dude, this take really confuses me. It's not the first time I've heard it. It's like, well, this is what made them relevant. Like, the jar video is still the biggest thing, like, the channel's ever done. I cover a fair amount of mainstream drama and get decent views doing it. I cover the politics stuff. I honestly think that Reddit might be, like, actually retarded. Every time I come back to this fucking website, I lose a little bit of faith in humanity. You think Reddit would be fans of you after the Destiny video? A lot of people got pissed at me over the Destiny video because of the Pixie stuff. But everyone's sort of just... It's really weird. Everyone's kind of just forgotten that existed. It's really bizarre. Like, because, like, we've... Relevance-wise, the thing that we did that had the most reach was the Chris Tyson Mr. Beast stuff. Yes, John Cope Reddit is retarded. True. Hi, Purple Parry, by the way. Wow, Beckett is streaming. What is he streaming about? Mostly pissing around, just catching up on stuff. You had faith in humanity. It was my first mistake, I will admit. I will admit. What do you mean? I waited for KP to respond and then made videos about it. God, the standards of a YouTube drama. Unfucking believable. Actually genuinely funny. Okay. Dude, like, I'll be honest as well. The Saber stuff didn't do that much better than most of my other stuff, if I'm honest. Like, I don't get takes like this. At all. From just random glove shit. It's like, this guy just needs to fucking disappear. He's obsessed with this one story as his channel gets struck. Yeah, no shit. Forgive me for updating. I don't get this whole thing of being on a drama subreddit and bitching about the drama people are covering. Anyway, that's enough Reddit. That's enough Reddit. Oh, fuck. So yes. Yes. I am still in the midst of the striking stuff. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that briefly. So I have put in responses to the video claims. I decided not to fight the streams because I just can't be bothered, if I'm honest. Because then I'd have 3 strikes on the channel, and that's like just a whole nother level of annoying. I'd rather be able to like actually upload things and go live once one of these like disappears. So this one, again, it's really weird. She seems to be like responding and then not respond. It's weird. She like this one was like under final review a couple of times, so I think she was arguing with YouTube for a while. But this one expires on like the 30th unless she decides to take me to court. So that's where we currently are. And then I'll basically just jump back onto YouTube and start doing things. I've got like 3 other projects I am working on. This has just sort of dominated my cycle, really. Show us how much money you made on the jar video? Why? Okay, hold on. It's Kick, I don't care that much. Do I want to show you how much? I won't show you how much. I will tell you though. About £1,500. That's how much I made on the jar video. So, it's alright. It's not bad. It's not bad. My screen is getting wet. I do like the licking gif. It brings me joy. Dude, I think like it's fair to say I'm an ACC streamer at this point. I do cover like the more obscure random stuff. It's been fun. It's been good for a year. Man, fuck you. I want over £1,000. I mean, for overall revenue, it's alright. It's alright. You gotta remember, it's made that over, like, what? A year? I made that video a year ago? And it's got over, like, 200,000 views. So, it did alright. It did alright. Okay, I'm back. I had a small phrase. Julie is going to be coming out with some new Doodles tent. That should be interesting. I've exposed Beckett as a bougie, ungrateful streamer. This is... Stun chat right now. Listen. That's not even stream income. That's just fucking ad revenue over a year. I love rewatching your ACC coverage from the beginning. I mean, there's a fair amount of it, right? But yeah, I don't know. Commentary kind of died. It might be the final death. It might be the final death. Lyric's bringing on Turkey Tom's ex-girlfriend may be the final death knell of the commentary community. I'm actually surprised that hasn't blown up more. I suppose because, like, it happened and then the next day, what, like, the misgift stuff just happened, so no one's really got the time. Okay. A couple of quick things. A couple of quick updates. Basically, this is pretty funny. This made me laugh. KP edited out the person who was going to be in her original response video. Just like remove them and use the image as like this really serious looking image, and that's why I got picked up as AI, because she like badly fucking edited it. So there's that. Right, okay. Oh, dude, this Rose tweet. I'd love to be a middle school teacher. The only thing stopping me is knowing that I would 100% get into a relationship with my students. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think boundaries with students is bonding with students is important. I can't understand why this woman questions the fact that people look at her like she's fucking mental. She threatened to sue me. She's threatening to take me to court for harassment, apparently. Dude, did you see the trailer for her autobiography film? Yes, I did. Should we watch that? Maybe we can have a watch of that. Let me get that up. That's because that is some funny shit. I can't wait for this film. I actually can't wait for it. It's going to be incredible. Let's have a little look see, shall we?
Save me.
Well, why are you so concerned about me?
I've always thought about how my life could have gone had I not made the choices that I did. Where's the motivation to persist? How does this end for me?
Tell me I'm human. What a stupid, pretentious title. Oh, look at me. I'm artful. I'm better than you. Fuck that shit. Okay, so I got a plot. I tweeted that I really liked rape. I wanted to be raped, and I'm going to convince you that I am the victim. Genius! If this was a normal story,
They hate me for being the prettiest and the skinniest. And to save the day, they have to apologize to me and admit to me that I really am the prettiest and I really am the skinniest.
This is fucking schizophrenic. This is so fucking crazy. It's actually... I like, half the time, when it comes to Rose, I don't even know what the fuck to do with this woman. Like, how do you exist like this? She was taking acting auditions. Who are you going to audition for? Dude. I'm not interested in auditioning. I'm wondering who she's going to get to play me. This woman talks like this woman's apparently convinced that I am the source of the harassment campaign against her. I don't know fucking tell you. God, I hope it's somebody fat. I hope she gets a fucking neckbeard with a fedora to play me. That'd be fucking base. Oh fuck! What did Parry send me? Dude, what is this? What? What is this? When he calls you a sociopath, but he's a domestic abuser. What? What are we doing here? Like, unironically, what the fuck are we doing here? Fuck me. So basically, I've been going back and forth with Rose a little bit, having a little Twitter war. It should, like, the movie should be fucking amazing. The movie should be actually incredible. But basically, Rose tweeted out this. The thing about drama channels is they're too fucking stupid to stop with their harassment campaigns. You ask them to stop and they only further incriminate themselves out of spite. Then you just collect the evidence to build your case when you decide to bring it to court. The smartest thing to do is simply not engage, but when people are proudly boasting about spreading lies about you, showing no regard for the truth, only what makes good content, I can't just stand by and let it happen. So here's part of the problem with this shit when it comes to me. I don't think I have ever lied about Rose. I barely ever talked about her, so I really haven't had that much opportunity. But everything that I've generally said about Rose, or has been said about Rose, has either been backed up with, like, receipts, or has been, like, prefaced with this is, like, what's being said at the time. Or is just general opinion. That's... I don't know what... I think this is in reference to, like, Rose talking about, like, her bottom surgery or some shit, which is something I have never talked about, actually. Got literally... I didn't even realize that this was, like, a fucking drama that she'd had. I got no fucking idea. Malcolm brought it up. People talk a big game online because they're not used to being held accountable for their horrific actions. They need to be taught a lesson that this isn't okay. It's so obvious that none of this would hold up in court. Your Honor, my channel Cope and Seethe is not harassment, lol. I mean, it's not. I'm not directing anyone towards you. I'm talking about what you're saying publicly. And you are a public figure. What the fuck are you talking about? This absolutely comes under fair and consistent criticism. Like, dude. I'm pretty sure Lazy Bedhead talked more about her than you, not gonna lie. Yeah, I feel like... We'll get to it. Because I feel like Rose is confusing me for, like, somebody else. Like, legitimately, I don't think that Rose realizes that we really don't talk about her that much. She's just not a topic. I have smeared Rose much more than you, Beckett. It's unfair I'm not getting credit. Yeah, like, I seem to be getting more credit than fucking Falgy. And, like, I didn't cover any of the Brad Tate stuff at all. I didn't cover it. I've got no idea what the fuck any of it was about. That's not entirely true. I mean, I know the basics, but I just, listen, I'm not, there's only so much I can do, okay? This is a formal statement informing you that if the harassment continues, I will take this to court. I've been compiling evidence for years and building my case. I'm very fortunate that I'm in a situation where I have the resources required to afford taking legal action like this. Please understand that the full extent of everything is so much worse than you're even aware of, and know that in legal settings, constantly saying, but she made stupid tweets about rape as a defense can only get you so far. I am confident I have a strong case here. Know that this is not a decision I take lightly. What I want to do is set a precedent here, that this behaviour is not acceptable. There's a big difference between criticism and harassment, and that line has been crossed. I would recommend that you reflect on your actions. So here's the problem Rose has. Rose, by and large, engages with me and, like, the channel far more than we engage with her. Even with the tweets that I've been putting out recently. It's in response to Rose is talking about me first. And that's always going to be the issue. Always at the same time as well. Let's be completely clear. Rose actively tries to antagonize other drama channels. Like, and everybody. If you look through Rose's comment section, it is a plethora of just randomly tagging people like The Right Opinion or like quote tweeting somebody who's like talking about her, like even random fucking nobodies on Twitter. So it's one of those things where you're clearly engaging in this behavior, people are responding to you, and if you wanted to make an argument for some kind of harassment campaign, you'd have to show that you weren't engaging, that you were doing this, like this was happening to you without you like prompting, without you poking. You can't claim that the people who watch me or respond to me or whatever are harassing you when you're the one quote tweeting them. That's not how this works. Like, there's an entire thread. There's an entire fucking thread on Twitter where she's arguing with Malcolm under one of my comments. Like, what the fuck are you doing? But I do think it's interesting because, firstly, the reason she's upset is because we compared her to the ice monster in Star Wars. I'm convinced this is what it is. So Jenny made this comparison. I'm convinced it's annoyed the fuck out of her. But, importantly, where is this? Right, I actually got someone to check this. So I actually got curious and had someone check. Today is the most I have ever tweeted about Rose, and overall I think we've tweeted about her like 15 to 25 times, being generous. But a search of her name / handle shows that Rose as a topic accounts for less than 1% of our tweets. I think it came out at about 0.79%. Like, of all the tweets I've put out, I think it really is like fucking nothing. And you've got to also keep into account, it's only fairly recently that I've been that active on Twitter. I don't really, I haven't previously tweeted that much. I've been having more fun with it recently. Not Jabba the Hutt. Nah, Jabba the Hutt's too easy. Jabba the Hutt is too easy. So yeah, that's the Rose update. If Rose sues me, I guess. What is with everyone trying to take legal action against me at the moment? It's ridiculous. I'm just a little guy on the internet. Oh, fuck me. Look, at least Reddit still hates me, so I'm doing something right. Lazy is just plain criticism, but she can pull misogyny with Crabman. Listen, I don't even know what they're arguing about. I think it's just like we're evil or something. I mean, again, I don't deny that accusation that I'm a mean drama channel. I am a mean drama channel. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, dude. Beckett, if KP or Rose doesn't sue you, I will, because this is sexual online harassment. Thanks. Dude, okay. Do we want to talk about listen, so many people have gone over this, cool. Do we want to talk about some of it? Are people interested? Put one in the chat if you want to talk about some of the cool. We'll do a bit of KP10. If that's all right with Reddit, if that's okay with if Reddit's okay with that. If Reddit's okay with me, you know, making content on an ongoing story, I don't know if that's cool with them. Okay. Look, I'm gonna skip all the spiel at the beginning because I don't care. It's not really relevant. Liar's opinions are his own. I don't really care. Oh, dude. I mean, look. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Part of the reason that I like covering this KP story is very, very simple. It's not even to do with any sort of like clout or because it gets viewership. It's because I like talking about the brony community. And anyone who's watched me for a significant period of time, like, and I'm talking, like, even in the last, like, if you've been watching me for the last, like, year, you'll know that beyond this Saberspark shit, I like talking about the brony community. I have been doing it consistently for 3 to 4 years now. It is actually probably the most consistent content I have ever put out, because I think the brony community and the mess it's left behind is so fucking crazy that, and no one else wants to talk about it anymore. It's dead drama. It's all ancient lore, and it's been great. It's been great seeing a resurgence, frankly. So that's like the baseline, and it's why like I'll choose that over other topics. But at the same time, I mean, fuck, there's only so much blood I can get out of Stone. That's why we have Brony Christmas. Brony Christmas is going to be weird. Are we going to get Brony Christmas? Yes, of course. Of course we are. How can I not do Brony Christmas, especially this year? This year's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best. It's going to be the best Brony Christmas ever. Dude, I'm gonna have to bring out my nationalist pony again. I'm gonna have to grab a copy of it. That shit's funny. We'll do something. We'll do a good Brony Christmas this year. It'll be fun. So anyway, okay, let's talk about this. Cool. Let's just talk about the KP stuff in general and the Courtney stuff. Firstly, let's talk about Courtney. Courtney was meant to go live a week ago. A fucking week ago, Courtney was meant to go live. Since it bothers so many people when I use my channel to spout my opinion and my complaints, why don't we do another Get In Losers, We're Going Complaining stream tomorrow evening? See you there. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What the fuck, bro? I was listen, I want this woman to shit talk me. Where's my shit talking, Courtney? I know that you're shit talking me in your Discord, Courtney. I know I know you're mad at me, Courtney. I know that I'm the reason that you privated your Twitter. Oh, bro. What the fuck? I know, Courtney. I know. The comments on this were actually kind of interesting. I'm not going to read through them. But apparently, like Courtney's talking about, like, her adopted sisters drawing these images, and, like, I don't know what it is about this woman, but, like, her life, if anyone actually digs into it, and I do know some people are doing videos on Courtney, I think it's going to be some pretty interesting drama, because while she's not the monster that Lily Orchard is by any means, her life is pretty fucking weird, and her interactions and her consistent interactions around minors and just like how she's built her community, it's just fucking bizarre. Damn, wasn't expecting the craving of her shit talking. Like, again, I quite like when people shit talk me. It's why I gravitate towards it. I know that some people do this thing where they're like, oh my god, someone's gonna make a hit piece on me. I think Queeman's even talked about this, where it's like, you get this gut thing of someone's going to talk about you. I don't know whether it's the, like, effect of being in Twitch poll for a few years, but I realized that generally speaking, a hit piece doesn't really fucking do anything, and mostly just gives me something to laugh at. And I am a troll. Like Reddit's right about this to an extent. I am just an asshole on the internet. And the best, like, I'm looking for a reaction. So having somebody actually get up on stream and publicly start screaming about me is what I want. It's the goal. It's very much why I'm doing this. So yeah, I think it's pretty simple. I think it's pretty simple from that side. Anyway, so Courtney's still running. KP had a call with Lyo. Now, to give full disclosure, I knew about this call ages ago. Lyo actually came to talk to me about some of the stuff in it, because he had questions. and he wondered if I had any evidence for anything, just doing his due diligence, which I did, which I went through, and which caused some of the follow-up messages, basically, because I get mentioned quite a lot in this call, especially around the beginning. So yeah, that's basically where we're at. Fuck. What's the other thing with the KP stuff I want to say? Okay, so again, if it's okay with Reddit, I probably am going to do another KP video. This, like, I want to do one final KP video, actually. I want to do a one and done, basically. So, because fuck, all my videos this year have been on this fucking topic. So I think I'll do one more, and that'll probably be the end of it for me. I'll probably just be done with this story. I don't know whether it'll be my next video. It depends how long it takes me to make. But I've been interviewing many of the people who've known KP over the years, and I think my general feeling is that if I can just put out a lore video on KP, just a this is everything. This is KP. This is your life, the fucking state of it. Then I'll kind of just be done. I'll kind of just be like, okay, cool. There's no more I can do with this. And then if Courtney comes up as a topic, I'll deal with Courtney. But that'll probably be the end of it for me, other than bitching about KP on Twitter. I think that's where I'm sat at the moment. Because I don't think she's going to get in any more calls with people. I don't think she's got any energy left. I think she's pretty much just beaten into the fucking ground. And I think just like a post-mortem, essentially, would be really good. And then I'll move on to other things, because I've got the Leadhead stuff in the works. An Ozymandias, Ozymandias video in the works. And a couple of other things. And I still want to do the food shop stuff and talk about some of the shit that's happening in the politics space as well. So there is like a load of other things I just kind of want to move on to. That's basically where I've been sat. Anyway, let's have a look at this call.
Subscribers. He has people calling him a rapist. She thinks that it is acceptable to call anybody anything. GPT with your Q&A. Like, what's going on here? I don't agree with that personally.
Where does this call actually begin?
Your friends need to get
how he didn't understand.
Okay.
You know why accepted that? So here's that call.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, Rachel. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Just to be clear, we're not doing the whole call. We're doing bits of it, by the way. And then we'll move on and talk about Miska.
All right. So, what is it you specifically wanted to discuss?
I don't know, honestly. I guess, there's nothing really we can do, or nothing I can really do as far as how crazy it's been getting. But, like, can you give me some more background about your relationship with Beckett? Because,
dude, it's the same as a hidden call. She's desperately trying to work out. Like, fuck. Okay, so my belief with this call. Please say we'll go over the riddle DMs. I've kind of said everything I wanted to on the riddle DMs. I'll probably talk about riddle in the KP video. Like, my feeling about this call is really simple. And I think this is backed up in the way that KP talks in the messages. I think what KP wanted was for Lio to go after me to defend her. I think that was what KP was aiming for. That's the goal, if you like. Because right now she is allyless. Courtney's fucking running. And the only person she could think of, who's like been her friend for years, by the way, who's like known for like having fights with people and being more aggressive, is Lio. So if she could turn Lio, she'd actually, like, maybe she'd have someone, like, in her corner. Interestingly enough, I have seen more of the messages than Laya has shown in this video. And one thing that, there's a, like, censored name in this call. And obviously, I know who that person is because I spoke to them. But what's interesting in the messages is that KP tries to get Lyo to agree to a call with that person so they can persuade Lyo that what KP's saying about me is true. And I will say this. That person is not involved. And as far as I'm aware, what KP is saying that they told KP isn't even fucking true. So, like, like, I don't know why he'd do this. And this person wants to be left the fuck out of everything, which is why I'm leaving the fuck out of everything. Like, it's fair enough.
He's been interviewing like everyone that I've ever briefed near, and he interviewed my friend and told her said some upsetting things, not upsetting, but like unsettling things to her.
Why did he talk to? Do you know why accepted that?
Because she wanted to try to help me from a PR standpoint. She asked me, and she told me about it. I said, if you want to.
Also, I don't believe this. I actually just do not believe this. I think KP is lying through her fucking teeth. There's reasons behind that I don't want to get into, but I will say this as far as I'm aware is just a fucking lie.
And basically from what she described, she's trustworthy. I don't have any reason to doubt her. He basically tried to be really nice and get information out of her, and she wouldn't budge. And then she said after 15 minutes he kind of dropped the act and talked about how much money he was making off this, that he doesn't care about anyone, that he thinks I'm acting vindictively because if he were me, that's how he would be acting, so therefore I am acting vindictively.
So there's kind of an interesting thing here. Firstly, I know that some of what was said in that call was discussed, but I also know that, like, this isn't accurate. So, for example, I did say to this person how, like, basically the context of that conversation was very simply the only person who's benefiting from this KP drama is, like, people like me. It's the drama channels. Because, like, we're making bank, basically, off this fucking story. That's basically it. Catch you in a bit, Axe. However, I don't think I said that I don't care about anyone. I think it's quite obvious that I do care about people involved in this story and feel like they've been fucked over. And what was the last thing? Oh, KP being vindictive. Yeah, I don't think I said that. Do I have this call recorded? No, I don't. I said I wouldn't record it. There's no record of that call. Probably good fucking arguments for, hey, record your calls. Because the one time I fucking don't. Jesus. Typical. Fucking typical. But basically, I said that KP was acting vindictively as a general thing, because it's pretty obvious that she's vindictive. But yeah, I've got no issue with the person who had that call with me. I don't believe what KP is. I actually don't believe what KP is saying here. And there's like, KP twists things. She takes like half truth. So you remember in like the hidden call, where she says, "Oh, Beckett said that I'm not as bad as VisiPop," and that's just not true. I didn't say that. I reference VisiPop as somebody who's had drama in the animation like world and is fine. But I didn't say KP wasn't as bad as VisiPop. I certainly don't think that. Like, I think KP is far worse than VisiPop. Fucking obviously.
Thinks people he's talking to are crazy, but is platforming them anyway, to make money. they talked about how he didn't understand the perfect victim myth, even though she tried to explain it. She said it kind of made her uncomfortable how hinged he was. And then not unhinged, but like he asked her if my PTSD was real. Just he's been.
Look, I'll be honest with you. KP has PTSD because of a 16-year-old bullying her in the brony community. Of course I'm going to ask whether that's real. I'm obviously going to ask whether that's real. That sounds fucking mental. Also, KP has claimed that her dog is a service animal in another video, which is a lie. Yes, KP lies all the time. I don't know whether you're in therapy or not. I was asking somebody who knows you. Yes, I did do that. I fucking have no idea whether you have PTSD. But, like, it's interesting as well, the way KP frames herself as the victim constantly. And I know a lot of people have been digging through, like, her previous drama videos, talking about herself and her own experiences. And it's pretty fucking obvious that KP is, a perpetual victim. Yes, I'm obviously going to ask about those things.
Asking people a lot of personal questions. So I don't feel like I don't have any privacy at all, which, I know I can only control to a certain extent, but there seems to be like, I don't know the kid, but it just seems like it's very hyper-focused and kind of like.
I don't know whether to be offended or not that everyone thinks that I'm like in my 20s. I don't know whether I should be annoyed by this. I feel it's nice that I don't look it, apparently. But also, I do act like a fucking clown, so that is understandable. Oh, fuck me. My cat, which I got yesterday, is more of a service animal, though, mostly because I was able to adopt for free through a veterinary program. Oh, that's kind of based. Truly called her a narcissist. I think that's probably an accurate read. Yeah, you youngin', dude.
He's trying to bait me on Twitter. I'm not really paying attention. He had Barbie.
But you are reading it.
Try to manipulate me. I guess I'm just tired of
Okay, on the Barbie thing, briefly. I addressed this in the other kick stream I did. I think it was the other kick stream. Yeah, it was the other kick stream. So, Barbie came to me to ask about KP, but she was planning to do a video on Emmy. That's why Barbie talked to me at all about this. And I've not sent anyone to talk to KP, nor would I. Because listen. I have no issues, obviously, digging for information. But when you are somebody who digs for information online, the only way to do this and remain sort of credible, in my opinion, is to be really fucking transparent about it. So generally speaking, if I send somebody to go and talk to somebody or go, hey, can you have this conversation or can you message this person? It's very I'll just say that I've done that and just be really transparent about it, because it's just then everyone knows where they stand. They know what I'm prepared to do and what I'm not. There was this whole other thing that I posted about on Twitter where Ace and Yen joined Courtney's Discord, and Courtney was like, oh, Beckett trolls, what does he want? And I'm like, I didn't even know they were being, I didn't know they joined. They told me about it afterwards. I'm just like, why would I send people to your fucking, dude, if I was sending people to the Discord, I certainly wouldn't be sending them using their fucking main Discord accounts. What the fuck? If I was trying to scrape somebody's Discord, I'd just get an alt to do it. What? Absolutely fucking retarded logic. Dude.
Just venting at this point, but I'm just tired of being manipulated and yeah, go ahead.
Let me take that in order. Number one, did produce to you a copy of their conversation?
No, she didn't record it.
Okay. Your friends need to get into a habit of learning how to do that, because what she said about Beckett does not track for him as a person from literally anything I know about him. I do not know. How long have you known?
Mm-hmm. A year.
Okay. I will tell you this.
Yes, Starbursts are awesome.
Beckett did not send Barbie to you. Barbie did that of her own volition. Because that's
I got
Barbie
the feeling
is.
she wanted to play main character.
Well,
Yeah.
the point is, that's not Beckett's fault. That's not his doing. That's who Barbie is. And again, I'm not going to do too many of this concerning Barbie, but I did warn you about her. I warned you about her last year, and I warned you about her earlier this year.
No, you did warn me. I'm not debating that.
Okay. Now, I will say, calling him kid's probably not the best thing because he is genuinely older than you. He's in his mid-30s, whereas I'm like in my 40s. I'm not going to sit
He's in
here.
his mid-30s. Okay, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in his mid-30s. He's closer to my age.
Yeah,
than
I
he
didn't
is
know
yours.
that.
But it's not that Beckett does not care. Beckett tries his best in a lot of ways to keep some sort of professional distance from what he talks about. But the problem with all this is, you're saying that you're tired of being manipulated. But part of the problem when it comes to you and all of this.
Okay, so I think this is a really interesting point, and it really depresses me. I heard Lio say this, and I was like, this is one of the most depressing things I've ever heard. That Lio Convoy, of all people, seems to understand me better than a lot of other people who've known me longer. Like, he's not wrong. I cannot stress enough how much I actually do switch off when I am not doing this. Like, I'm very, like, if you look at my DMs with people, very often, especially people who are like DMing me about like random shit. Like Lio DMs me about fucking Transformers stuff. If like once a drama is done or I'm done with a story or something, like I don't take stuff particularly personally. There is like, it's very, very rare that I get emotionally invested to the point where I'll actually get annoyed. And the times that I have, I've held my hands up because I've usually ended up fucking something up really badly. So this happened with the Destiny shit, where I was way too emotionally invested. I knew way too many of the people involved, and I made dumb mistakes because of that. Like, Lio, it's weird that Lio actually gets this. Ultimately, my only interest in covering like a story is working out the puzzle and whether something is funny. That's like it. Those are my motivating factors beyond anything else. It's why I will cover like random shit that no one else cares about if it interests me. That's it. And if KP, and I said this in the first video, if KP just came out and apologized, I wouldn't be giving her any shit. I probably wouldn't even be talking about it. I'd just be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Cool, we're at the end. It wouldn't even be worth covering, really. I'm not sat here every time Brony Fandon't, because Fandon't's on Blue Sky tweeting about Gabe again. I'm not bringing that up on Twitter, because it's just kind of whatever. It's Fandon't crashing out on Blue Sky. It's like, well, unless he does something particularly interesting, I don't really feel the need to talk about him. I'm not like stalking Amy or Sophie. I've not talked about any of the like Brony convention stuff that they've been involved in. It's just not been relevant. I'm not like emotionally invested in that shit. The Saber Spark story is just like one that I guess is interesting enough because of all the old lore where I'll keep coming back to it. And KP in particular caught my ire, I guess, by like just doubling the fuck down while calling out like my interviews with Saber Spark in her response. That pissed me off. And running around trying to like sort of discredit me to go after Saber again. I was just like, well, I gave you the benefit of the doubt, and now I feel slightly pissed off that I did that. That's kind of my motivating factor here. But like, if Saber Spark had been like, if there'd been like evidence that Saber Spark was guilty, if there's like strong evidence that like Gabe is a groomer or something, that's where I'd lean. You can see that in the first video where I talk about some of like where I talk about some of this shit and go, it might have legs. I think I said this about the Black Griffin stuff on Twitter, where I was like, well, if it's got legs, you should look into it. It's only when you sort of dive into this shit and you realize that it really doesn't. Honestly, I just like finding lost media and picking internet locks to find said lost media. Yeah, I think that's a massive part of it. And it's very niche content. Like, it is incredibly niche content. It'd be far easier just to sit here and, I don't know, what's like, dude, otherwise I'd be doing the Ethan Sandesny shit. Fucking hell. What a fucking mess that was.
Is that you have a tendency of getting all of your information third hand instead of looking for it yourself. And that is going to bite you in the butt 10 times out of 10. Unless you have 100% trust in the person you are communicating with, which, frankly, based on the people you've been around, sounds to me like you haven't had. Now, Beckett is not going out there looking for people to talk to. They are coming to him. He is not seeking them out. They are seeing what's going on, and he is asking them questions, and I can tell you enough about Beckett to know that if he does not have evidence for it, or if it does not sound like something real, he's going to be very...
Like, no word of a lie, I've been reached out to by people who worked with KP, like, 7-8 years ago. Like, I've been told stories and shown things that I would have no way of knowing unless those people actually approached me. I'm not out here fucking hunting for people. There is one person I want to speak to. There is one person I want to speak to who I actually might reach out to. But generally speaking, this is, broadly speaking, just been me people coming to me who've hated this woman for years. I will bully you forever over your erudite take. That's fair.
Critical of it. He's not just going to run with anything he hears like other idiots that don't like you will. Now, I will say this. I am sorry that personal details about you were put out there by Matt. I genuinely am. I don't agree with that personally. If you were like a child predator or something, I wouldn't care, but I don't think that is acceptable. I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, I strongly disagree. It's fucking hilarious. Okay, here's the justification for the fucking riddle DMs, by the way. KP is somebody who presents herself in a very particular way, and talks an awful lot about like the behind the scenes stuff, who she is, the kind of impression she gives to people. So there's like a justifiable reason to kind of like go, actually, you're kind of a loser and a useless scumbag. And here's all the evidence for that through like the person you were living with who took you in out of the kindness of their fucking heart.
Now, here's where we have to come to a little bit of the brass tacks here. You say you want to be treated as an equal, right?
Where are you going with this?
We need to have a very serious talk right now. And I do mean a very serious talk. So, I'm asking you if you want to be treated like an equal, because it's very
okay. We're gonna jump
clear.
ahead a bit.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying I'm not saying any of this to hurt you. Did not have a grasp. If I was, we would not be talking like real. To double and triple down is going to do nothing but continue to destroy you. So, my hard question for you is how much of this is you versus how much of this is from people pushing you in certain directions?
Like, rhetorically, or like
people guiding you to continue on this destructive path as opposed to apologizing and moving on with your life. Because what's been happening is in the first response you sent me, the one you put out publicly, and then the one that was leaked from your Q&A, you are not at any point saying, I should not have done this in general. I am sorry for forwarding accusations without evidence. Instead, you are continuing to put the onus on literally everybody else. And I'm asking, is that from your desire, or is somebody guiding you to make those statements, and you are going with it because you think they're helping you?
No one's guiding me. If that's your question, or that, yeah.
All right, I'm going to be a little more blunt then. How much of this is Courtney involved in?
a lot. The answer is a lot. Okay? Now listen, I can't provide hard evidence of this. What I can say is that since Courtney has been sort of in KP's ear, and from people sort of close to that circle who've spoken to me, Courtney is the person that KP talks to the most. They talk regularly, they have calls together, they discuss like their personal lives. Courtney is the person in KP's ear. And since that involvement kind of increased, that's when the response video changed. That was seems to be anyway down to Courtney's influence. Now, what KP wants is somebody just to basically affirm her, and that's what Courtney is doing. It's, oh, all these people who are against you. It's not you. It's them. They're monsters. That's basically where we're at. Okay, that's just the reality. So yes, the answer is a lot. I think the way KP puts it is kind of interesting. Again, it's kind of like this whole, I'm no longer publicly associating with Courtney. We're not publicly associating with each other anymore, guys. It's different now. So fucking meaningless.
Not much. Like, she's not pushing me to do anything I don't want to do.
Are you aware of what Courtney's been doing lately in the online space?
Not really, but go ahead, you can tell me.
She literally went on public and said that she hopes that Mr. Enter gets raped and killed.
I think
she's lost it. Like, wholesale.
She never had it.
She has called anybody who does not believe the accusations against Saberspark part of a pro-rape boys club. She thinks that it is acceptable to call anybody anything and to accuse them of anything because you are not a legal official and therefore you must not need to control yourself. Which, oddly enough, she hasn't realized backfires directly to her when people call her a groomer or a predator with no evidence. And on top of that, KP, people know you use ChatGPT with your Q&A. Like, what's going on here?
What do you mean what's going on?
Like,
Bro. What do you mean what's going on? I'm crushing my life into a wall, aren't you watching? Fuck me, this woman.
did you really consult ChatGPT to write your Q&A?
A little bit for some of the citing, but not the whole thing. Just...
Why are you continuing to push allegations you don't have any evidence for?
Because I believe her, I guess. You know, I don't know where I'm gonna go from here, though, so I haven't decided.
There's nothing wrong with believing her internally and supporting.
Okay. So there's one other bit that I want to get to with this, and then we'll move on. What the fuck is this?
To hate aficionado Chris until the day he dies, you are 100% valid in doing so. I will give you no trash talk for it. I will not degrade you for it. You are well within your rights, and that is fine if that is the decision you make. But trying to build a literal what-if legal case in your response against a man who, number one, admitted that he lied. Number two, I'm going to be real blunt here.
Why did Lyra put on soap opera divorce music? I have no idea why Lyra puts music over his stuff. I don't get it. Like, it's so loud, and it's always tonally wrong. It's never tonally correct. This man cannot add music to a video to save his fucking life. It is actually unreal.
Listening to that audio, KP, I don't think I've met many people as apologetic as him in that. So when Beckett asked you, what does accountability look like to you? That's something you should have had the answer to. Is accountability for what Chris did, which again, even he doesn't stand by. Even he says is stupid and vile, that he had no business doing it. And frankly, he probably got bullied for saying it. Because as a guy, you know, the boys club that I'm apparently in, if anybody makes that type of comment around me, or anybody I know, like any guy I know, they're going to get bullied for it. They're going to be made fun of. Like, what are you, some sort of weirdo creep? You sick loser? They're going to get bullied and made fun of for it. Nobody's going to think they're cool over it. Even some of the most egregious men I know who make the grossest of jokes, like, say, Vlad, he'd call him a loser, too, and tell him to kill himself, frankly. Like, if a genuine apology and trying to get help isn't what you wanted, what is it you wanted?
She wanted him fired. It is remarkably simple. And part of the reason I'm bringing this up, and just want to talk about this in particular, before we like vanish off, is because somebody pointed this out to me, which is from KP's video on another drama to do with how she was nearly cancelled. This is a letter that she wrote to VisiPop, trying to get VisiPop to fire somebody working for her. It's come to my attention that you have hired for your channel an individual by the name of Michael Bogsy to perform post-production video editing work on your recent project, Addicted. While I applaud the artistic merit of the project, I am distressed to hear that this, as Michael was largely responsible for a 6-month online harassment campaign against me in 2016, though through an anonymous Twitter account, he and 3 friends told open lies about their time working with me and encouraged others to participate in character derailment and harassment of mutual staff members of my production team, threatening of false legal action against me, and doxing both my name and address so that people could take their hate offline and into my real life. This has led to years of PTSD, hospitalization, constant trauma therapy, and appropriate medication. Dude, you need more of it. And I am still working through these issues today. The fact that he did not stop the harassment knowing the direct effects of his actions, consistently minimizes his actions, and never attempted to atone for his wrongdoings to me publicly and in a premeditated way. Dude, I am too tired for this. To correct my good name shows me that he has not changed and is still a danger to those in the online community, although he has not done anything recently. I would advise that you do not work with somebody who is willing to distort his work experiences to tear down people he used to work with and destroy their reputations for his own personal satisfaction. What, you mean like you do, KP? Just a little bit of projection there? I also advise that you let others in your community know about his behavior so they can better judge whether he's worth taking on as an employee. I would rather handle this in a professional YouTube community and not dredge it up online for a variety of reasons, my own mental health not least amongst them. However, I am concerned at the danger his presence poses to the online community, including your own fans and staff. If nothing is done, and people in the online realm remain ignorant of his history of inexcusable behavior, so myself and or other individual members of my production staff are considering options regarding speaking out online about his behavior again. None of this is done with malicious intent, and in any statement released publicly, if I make one, I will be sure to make it clear that I have nothing but respect and admiration for you. I absolutely believe that people can change, and that one mistake should not define a person's life. This person was 16 when they did this, by the way. This is years later. Years later. Or a person's future employment. However, as Michael has shown no attempt to acknowledge his wrongdoings on a mass scale for what is a black and white case of extreme online harassment and defamation of character, I consider him a continued danger and strongly advise against having him in your employ. I appreciate your time and hope that you take appropriate action. Attached is proof of these statements and a confession in audio files, video files, and examples of his character and false statements released under him anonymously. I have also linked statements from my production staff and close friends attesting to my character and their own fears regarding Michael. I am willing to discuss this directly. She wanted Chris fired. She wants everyone fired. This woman wants to get people fired. That is what she wants. It is blatant. She does it all the fucking time. This chick believes in life ruination. That is the reality. And that's also why it's worth talking about her. Because regardless of what you think of this drama, or who KP was, or is, or like the clout or influence that she may wield, which again is very minimal, this is a woman who goes after people, who tries to ruin people's lives. She will level false accusations against people. She will do anything she fucking can. And again, she'll do it, like right now, she's like, I think Beckett's sexually harassing me. Beckett called me a whore. Beckett called me a whore and a spinster. And he said that I've never had sex. He's saying that I've never had a boyfriend, which is true, by the way. As far as I can tell, this woman has never had a long-term relationship. And so apparently I'm sexually harassing her. That's what she does. That is who KP is. And that's why she's worth talking about. And why I will continue to do so. Fuck it. Gotta carry the torch. Anywho, that is enough KP content, okay? Let's talk about Miskiff. Okay? So, Emmy's like, you put out a load of fucking tweets. And we're gonna watch a few of them. We're gonna make my life easy. And then we're gonna watch the Miskiff stuff, okay?
I'm finally gonna be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Ms. Kiff has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this—
Becky, do you think part of the reason that KP does this is because KP thinks she should be in Viv's shoes? Like, Viv's studio might do crunch, but they actually pay where KP doesn't. Also, she seems to think she is owed favor with others, like her volunteers should be yelling her praises from the top of top type shit. Yeah, pretty much. I think KP is like, look, I don't like doing the armchair psychology thing, but I think KP is just like incredibly narcissistic. She's obviously very autistic as well. Like that should probably, like, she's very like Jar. KP cannot confront the fact that she is part of the problem. That she is actually the whole of the fucking problem. That's the reality. Anyway. Miskiff always was a rat. She's autistic. Yeah, KP's definitely autistic. Okay. I'm not even saying that as an insult. She's just very obviously autistic.
This year, I've attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself, but like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done. I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological—
So yes, we're finally getting Twitch Aristo drama. Emmy says that Miskiff has been indirectly threatening her for a while.
I don't want what happened to me or what has happened to other people because of him to happen to other people. And I don't believe he will ever stop behaving the way he does. But regardless, yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do this stream is to come out about all of this, because I can't hold on to it any longer, because it feels wrong to do so. And an honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused. At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees.
Asmo's been hinting there's more to come. I think there very probably is. I think Ice Poseidon was like, there is so much shit in the sort of like Twitch aristocracy space that the idea that this is just like a one and done thing is ludicrous. And I think most of us who've been watching and most of us who just know what the streamer communities are like, dude, there's so much shit behind the scenes for everybody. For everybody. All your favorite streamers have skeletons, okay? Except for me. I'm the exception. I have no skeletons. Fuck. I actually, unironically, one of the reasons I'm so transparent is so there's nothing really lingering that anyone can, like, threaten me with, I guess. But, like, I don't know, you could probably, I'm sure there's shit that I've done in the background, like, would that be like, dude, I'm trying to think, actually, if I've got any skeletons. I was joking about it, but I'm trying to think. I don't think I've got anything that would be like, oh, Beckett's done. I don't think there's anything like that. But when you've been doing this as your full-time job for so long, especially if you've been growing up, like, in this, like, being a streamer, having these weird relationships, because it must be, like, I've dated another streamer, you know? Like, I know how rough that is. It is complicated, to say the least. But doing, like, when I was dating another streamer, like, we're tiny, right? Doing that, like, when you're main stage aristocracy, that's, like, fucking wild. I barely know anything about Twitch and Miz, and I have picked up on Miz having one of those 20-foot tall Halloween skeletons, lol. Yeah, like, I think that there's definitely stuff there that's going to start getting dragged out. It's interesting that she says, okay, so let's be good faith for a moment. Let's give some grace. Do I want to do this? Can I be bothered? Do I care that much? BPF remembers? Dude, I don't even think that would matter. I've talked about that publicly. Recently, actually. Anyway. I think that... God, what's a good way to put this? Like, okay. So being best faith, she's sort of preempting the way that she knows Miskif's going to act anyway. Now, the big question is there any hard evidence to this? That's kind of like where I'm just gonna be sat for, like, this stuff. Like with I Am Alex and Alice and fucking iNabber and Kirsty, there's like DMs, there's photographs. Do we have that here? Is there like actual hard, I can look at it and go, oh shit, yeah, this is how you behaved. Because I think that is really important. Otherwise it's just fucking testimony and it's a he said, she said. And I need to know more about Miskif's character, because then we're just going off character assessments generally. People have been hinting at this for years, and it's very funny that they let Ludwig walk back his take the day before Emmy dropped. Yes. Yes. I mean, I think that's the big thing that gives it some weight, right? Like, people have been talking about Miz being like a piece of shit for a very long time. So that kind of helps.
Threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him. I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably going to come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet.
Please, God, tell me there are DMs of that at some point, because holy fuck, that is nuclear. That is actually nuclear. Like, dude. Bro, listen, if you come after me, I'm going to say that you killed your pets. What a fucking psycho. Dude. That's so specific as well. That's so fucking specific.
Walls. Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom. The holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me, and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him, and he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour, and like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die. like threatening to kill both of us. And this wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the
Do you know what's crazy about this in particular? I've heard stories like this now. I think this is like the third time I've heard a story like this. One of the times is an ACC story. I think I don't know if it's public or not, but like this whole thing of like I'm gonna crash this into a wall is something I've heard multiple times. I don't know how this keeps coming up. It's so specific. It's such a specific scenario. Fucking why?
times that it
He claims he killed her pets in his stream. It's wild, no evidence, just a bunch of hearsay from... Oh, she killed her pets. Okay. From other streamers who didn't come out to support him on Twitter or anything. Dude just kind of threw people under the bus where they have to defend him or call him a liar, lol. It's a bold move, Colin. Let's see if it pays off, yeah. Diesel said the same, and I've also heard stories like this from friends. Dude. Beckett, you died? Did I die? It says it's still streaming. Says it's still streaming. Might be Kit being shit. I don't know.
happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh, yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
Personally, I blame Mr. Beast. Jimmy, what you doing? Jimmy, you're out here causing suicides. Fucking hell. Bro, I can't imagine my life being like this. It really does go to show, like, no matter how much success you have, your life can still suck. I think streamers like the ultimate, like, balance. Like, you imagine having all the success and money of Hassan, but having Hassan's life, or all the success and money of Destiny, but having Destiny's life. Like, wouldn't you just prefer to, like, work in an office and not have to deal with any of this shit? It's fucking insane. What a weird way to spend your life. What an absolute fucking waste.
Then at home, other things would happen, like I'd be trying to sleep and he would scream at me and say that it was all my fault that he felt insecure. There was a time that I walked into a room that he was in, and as soon as he saw me there, he threw his phone at the dresser and started yelling because I had posted a YouTube video within the same couple of days as him, and mine was doing better. So basically, I felt like...
Again, this is really specific. And I know, listen, speaking as a content creator, I know that can be annoying. Like, that's something that can, like, eat at you if you see someone, like, really... And I know that people do get upset about that. That seems like a pretty legitimate story. Why did the message send but gives me an error about links? Oh, because Killjoy's basically just getting rid of bots. So if you put .com, it won't go through. I keep hearing that Misgift threatens suicide a lot. Interesting.
I was kind of stuck in a loop where I felt like I had to constantly perform and, like, prove my value to not be thrown away. But at the same time, if I ever performed too well, I was going to be punished for it.
There's a clip of Misgift threatening suicide? Really? Okay. See, now, again, if there's not going to be any fucking DMs or anything, I think it's going to be one of these things where it's picking through this shit is very much going to be like, okay, it's going to be character-based, isn't it?
And, I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of...
Apparently she does show receipts. Okay, based. Love a receipt.
me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants.
Bro, what the fuck? Okay, look. What the fuck is, like, dude? I have, look, if what chat's telling me is true, and again, I have not had time to look at any of this. Like, bro, just how do you get to the point where you're like, oh, I've got a crying girl, and I know what'll help. Sex. That's bro, what? Yeah, he might be cooked. If he, like, dude, is this actually going to be the nuke? Is this the nuke? Is this the end of the Twitch poll aristocracy? Fuck me, that is so fucked up.
And I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house.
Dude, what the... I'm sorry. I feel a bit weird about you screaming. I guess I'll leave. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Dude, what the fuck? Holy shit. Okay, yeah, no. Fucking, I don't know. With Chipper, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing? Dude. Dude, this wouldn't be acceptable if you were an awkward teenager. These are fucking adults. What the hell is going on? Unironically, this seems like a streamer thing. Like, dudes in hype houses just seem like they do this shit. Also, yes, miss, you fucked up. You fucking loser. You fucking... Dude, this is actually psychotic.
I was still crying. Without, checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or, like, you know, making things weird for viewers. I know that probably sounds crazy, but, like, I just felt that.
Do you know what? Doesn't at all. That actually doesn't sound insane at all. That sounds, like, totally understandable. And ironically, I mean, you hear this all the time in, like, when stories come out from Hollywood with actresses, right? Or even just, like, male actors as well, where they're like, oh, this thing happened. I think Brendan Fraser, when he talked about why his career, like, fucking tumbled, it was because some dude, like, was sexually inappropriate towards him, and he didn't really know what to do about it. Like, yes, this actually sounds completely reasonable.
This pressure, like, I had to try to keep things together, if that makes sense. He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him, like, I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruise very easily. He would
thank you, Future.
throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident, and I was like, oh yeah.
Bro, what the yeah, okay. They're cooked. Let's have a look at this. Killjoy, can you send... I wanna be lazy. Killjoy, can you send me the Miskiff archive, please? Because I know you've got it. Bro! Okay. Yeah, dude.
All you can say fuck you. All you can do is say fuck you. You think you're treating like shit. You said, come on. You
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with these guys' lives? Unironically. Okay, let's have a look at Miskiff's response. Because I wanted to get the highlight of the Emery stuff. And we'll go for the archive. Do I need another drink? Okay. I'm gonna grab another. What is wrong with this guy? True. I'll be right back. I'm gonna just grab another drink very quickly. I'm gonna put on a song very quickly. So I need to run downstairs. What do I want to put on? Yeah, fuck it, this will do. Okay. Thought I'd play out. Thought it'd be nice. Thought it'd be nice. Dude. So Miskiff had like 32k watching. Dude. Fuck my life. Okay, let's get into this.
Hello? Hello? Yo. 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 What's up? Hello? Yo. Hey. Yo.
Jesus.
Call Bean, he can fix this? No, it's okay.
Oh, fucking hell. What the fuck is it? Dude. What? Dude. Okay. People. Okay, we're gonna get into it.
Yo.
I think chat deserves stickers, sure. I realized also, I think I can verify after this. So we'll be able to get like some subscribe. I don't know. Listen, I will say this. I will probably start building the Kick channel. Okay? I will probably start building the Kick channel as like I quite wanted to use the Kick channel for some like other random shit. Please enjoy these stickers. So, which like I don't need to like, I don't know, care about the views on or like think about the algorithm. I can just come over to Kick and like piss around. So I will probably start building it. I'm actually going to probably steal Queeman's tactics of like ending a YouTube stream and then taking you all over to Kick and streaming over on a Kick stream as like a bit of a follow up. So just as another string to the old bow. So the next time somebody tries to like nuke me off the fucking platform, I can just be like, yeah, we'll go over to Kick and just talk about it there. Fuck it.
Yo. Yo, what up, chat? Yo, what up? Yo. Is this goodbye? No. It's not goodbye. Not at all. Yo. Explain yourself. I will. Promise you. We're not playing Marvel Rivals today. Tom, think of this up. Appreciate it.
Oh my fucking god.
Yo.
Hey, new viewer here. Why is everyone?
What up, Walnuts?
Yo, Miz.
Are you starting your right-wing grift? It's getting close. Yo. What up?
Yo.
Yo, what up? Think of this up. Hey. Yo, what up, sheep?
46 months crazy year.
Yo, Fulton, thank you for the sub.
This
Expose everything, bro. It's time to go full demon time. It's clearly obvious at this point. It's full demon time. Why not? It is time to go full demon time. Just letting you know. There is no holding back. Who cares anymore? I will expose everything about every person that you've ever known. And it is time to go full demon time.
Here's ads running on this, by the way. Okay, so what I would say is this. I have no issue with people monetizing their own dramas. I monetize shit all the time. I think it's really hypocritical when drama streamers do this thing where they're like, I can't believe this was monetized. I think it's really critical when, like, really fucking hypocritical when anyone does this. It's like the whole, again, the KP shit. People are monetizing this. They're monetizing this and making, yes. Yeah, unlike KP, these are, like, people run these as businesses. They've got paychecks to write. Okay? But yeah, like, dude. Oh fuck! And look, what would be interesting? It was like I'm not against this drama spiraling into more stuff. Like as Miskiff attempts to get himself out of it by throwing everyone else under the bus. I think that could be highly entertaining.
Why not?
Don't tell me I've subbed this long for nothing.
Let's watch the world burn. Here, I'm taking out a sub-only mode. There you go. What's up, chat? Let's watch the world fucking burn. If people want to act like this, you know, I see some people saying some very obtuse things. We can watch the world burn. Fuck it. Obtuse, yes. There's some people that are saying some pretty crazy things that I was seeing. I haven't even gone on Twitter. I saw other things, and I'm like, damn. But I've been around for 10 years now. A lot of you guys know. I am pretty far away from this stuff at this point. But I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely...
What was Ludwig's what did Ludwig do? Because I've completely fucking missed this shit. So, dude. Fucking Twitch is such a shit show. It's actually, dude, I just wanna harken back to Reddit. This is why I'm over on Kick, okay? Because on Twitch, I'd either be instantly banned or I'd be surrounded by people like this. Like, fucking, what are my options? Come on, guys. Give me a break.
Separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it. But I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not? Go crazy. Who cares?
Ludwig basically called him a creep for covering up his friend's essay. Dude, I'm gonna end up down a fucking rabbit hole with this shit, aren't I?
Who fucking cares? But before that, I would like to address everything that was said today. Okay? Let's get some yos in chat first. Maybe some tryhards. It's perfectly fine. Go ahead. You're a disgusting piece of shit. Absolutely. Been that for years. It's pretty fucking par for the course. What are we going to pretend that I'm not a piece of shit? We've all known this. All right? Calm down. Is this anything new? No. I'm a piece of shit. Why the fuck is Caroline Burton chat? That's probably the most crazy thing I've ever seen in my life. But I'm going to defend myself on a lot of things that were said about me. I am going to defend myself on what was said with Emmy. I see a lot of people saying other things that really upset me, but the Emmy one is a serious thing that I want to take serious.
Great start. I'm going to blackmail you all. Dude, I mean, it's really, in some ways, it just feels very similar to the I Am Alex stuff. Like, it's clear that everyone has dirt on each other, and that's what stopped a lot of this shit coming out. And there must be people watching this unfold who are sat there going, fuck, this may be the end of my career as well. Like, there must be people who are freaking out on the other side, who are like, oh, fuck. I hope there's enough heat on him that whatever he says about me doesn't catch on. That
And we will be discussing that, okay? I wrote this myself, so I don't know if it's even good. I am not the best writer, as a lot of you know. I have half my screen right now is red, because I can't write for shit. It's not through ChatGPT. Shut up. Not through ChatGPT. It's not through ChatGPT. Shut up. It's not, bro, shut up. It's not through Chat. You really think in a serious situation like this, I put ChatGPT and
I think Asmund was a co-founder of OTK. Yeah, that must be awkward. He's on his grift arc. He'll be fine.
writing something out because it's like, oh, hold on. Like, bro, shut up. No.
I mean, realistically, what's going to come out about Asmund? Like, at this point, is there anything that could come out about Asmongold that would actually impact him? Like, realistically speaking?
Yes, really. Really. No, it's Sora AI. I have an entire video made. What is wrong with you, chat? What is wrong with you? I wish I could show you how much red is in this to show you that each other is spaced. It's so stupid. I'm not a good writer, bro. I'm not a good writer. So, okay. Let's get to this, shall we? No stalling. I'm taking out of sub-only mode. I don't really care. I know there's a lot of people that want to speak, and they can. I have no problem with that. This is a very serious situation that I was told. I know a lot of other people are saying things about me as well on top of this, but this is the thing I want to talk about. So let's talk about it, shall we? And then we can go into it. Okay. So, this is April of 2021, okay? I'm going to write everything down. Everyone just chill and let me hear this out, okay? We met online when we were playing AT&T Annihilator Cup. This is me and Emmy. I was introduced to her through it, and my chat started to like us hanging out. I didn't have feelings for her or anything, but I thought we could start hanging out more and be friends. So we met through the Annihilator Cup. A lot of you guys know this. I was playing with her. My chat liked her a lot. She was fun to hang out with. So we started hanging out. We started to play games with each other on stream, and we started to grow closer together. We started calling each other, and we were flirting. We didn't do anything, but it was pretty obvious that Emaru had feelings for me as well as I had for her. But we couldn't really do anything because at the time, she was dating a girl named Bonnie, another cosplayer from another state, and I was dating Maya. Me and Maya broke up. I broke up with her because the relationship felt stagnant, and Maya's sanctuary...
Is this relevant? Maybe I'm retarded, but you can only giga chat and go, yeah, I'm a piece of shit, so what, so far, and have people go, whatever. You can't just throw shit at people and be so slow as to take that after a girl screams and go, lol, I'm a bad dude, so what? You can giga chat through quite a lot of stuff. Destiny's been trying to do this. The problem is if it clashes with, like, I speak constantly, guys, you must be so sick of fucking hearing this, about the, like, pillars principle of being a creator, or, like, a fucking, anything where you have some form of, like, micro bullshit celebrity. Anything where you have an audience. Actually, I'd argue that it's pretty true of most things in life, really. But, particularly in the case of content creators, you have your pillars for which your audience, like, has recognition for you. You can do almost anything as long as you don't violate those pillars. It is actually shocking what you can get away with. Now, depending on who you're talking about, like, those are going to be things like credibility, honesty, like humor, like those kind of things. Like, if you've got somebody who's, let's say you've got somebody, who's a good example? Who's a good example of someone who, like, broke themselves violating their pillars? Probably someone like, let's take Ralph. Ralph's probably a good example. Like, Ralph could get away with a lot, but once he started being like, oh, actually no, better example just because it's much clearer. Mundane Matt. Mundane Matt could, like, be boring, or he could be a bitch about things or whatever, but once he started, like, flagging people, that's when things really fucking turned, because it's a violation of, like, a core thing. He's a free speech guy. Keffels didn't really have that kind of pillar violation. Keffels just got in way too much fucking drama and crashed out too much. Generally speaking, your pillars are going to be the things that your audience connects with. So once you break them, it breaks the impression that you have of, that an audience has of you. So you can pin yourself as just a complete fucking asshole and be fine if that's what your audience knows you as. I think Pirate did, because Pirate Software broke his core pillar of not caring about success and caring about the art. Yeah, also with Pirate, the stop killing games stuff really fucked him. Really fucked him, because he presented himself as somebody who was like, who cared about, like, the players and wanted, like, better for them. Like, I'm your advocate, guys. I'm your advocate. And the roaching thing, the reason the roaching thing had such a huge impact on Pirate was because this is the guy who used to be a mod for Blizzard. He worked for Blizzard. His dad was at Blizzard. And then he roaches on a fucking on a dungeon run and lets a load of players get killed. It's a real, like, well, you're meant to be the MMO expert guy. Like, why the fuck are you, like, blaming everyone else? You're the most experienced person there. Matt made his career being flagged by Zoe Quinn. Him false flagging back ruined him. Yeah. Like, Matt of all people probably had, like, was the worst person to get caught flagging in that group. He also refused to admit he screwed up. Yeah. It like ruins the audience image. Anyway.
Started to take over a lot of her life, and we hardly had time to hang out with each other. Since Maya moved out, I knew I wanted a streamer to move into the house, preferably a girl to farm content with, but I didn't want it to happen so fast. I didn't know if I wanted to be Emmy, but she told me about a stalker that came to her house with a bat, and she didn't live at her house anymore. I'm telling you everything, chat, okay? Come on. I'm telling you the whole story. sit down and relax. All right, take a seat. I told her to come move in with me in Austin because she had a stalker, and we
Nicandros, by the way, hello. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, buddy?
want to make content, and the guy will probably be scared since there's a bunch of people around instead of her in her Kansas home by herself. From there, our relationship started growing very fast. Within just weeks of moving in, she would sit in my room with me late at night, and I would watch Pokemon over and over again, season 1. I loved it because she made me feel like it felt like my childhood and a place of calmness.
What is this?
She would fall asleep in my bed. With some nights, we would touch our backs or legs together. We knew we liked each other. We just knew it was a bad idea.
Jesus Christ. Dude, he sat down and wrote this. This is why. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Listen, guys. Our relationship began because I watched fucking Pokemon with her on repeat, as like a nostalgia trip into my childhood. What the fuck, bro? It's like a shit Hallmark movie that turns into a fucking horror story. Happy Halloween, Jesus.
Talks of her joining OTK happened fast as well, and I knew that if we were potentially going to date, we'd have to keep it a secret. Nobody was allowed to know. Streamers as well were already starting to resent me, saying that it was a shitty thing that I moved Emmy in so fast and replaced Maya so quickly. If people found out we were dating, I could be hated by my peers and lose what I created in OTK. I didn't know if we were going to date, and I knew if we were going to make it happen, it was going to be very stressful. But I had no idea what was going to come. It was the beginning of January of 2022. Emmy just had her huge party in an arcade celebrating her birthday on stream. Everyone from Austin was there, and as we were celebrating her joining OTK, there was a huge scare. Someone outside in the parking lot rammed into my Audi R8 and drove off. And while we were outside thinking it was a schizo viewer, we were told that the person who just hit my car was now inside holding a gun.
The fuck?
This scared us to no end. Me and Conrad's pants ran inside in fear to get everyone out and make sure everything is okay. My first concern was Emmy. I wanted her to be safe. The cops came, the drunk driver did have a gun, and was sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison. Me and Emmy were terrified that night, and on the way home, I grabbed her hand, and she grabbed mine, and we knew we were trauma bonded, and we didn't want to let go.
I don't know what to fucking say. Guys, listen. I know that I'm being accused of being violent and domestic abuse and being, an incredible piece of shit. But we were trauma bonded. Fucking what, bro? What?
We would wake up together, stream together, and hang out with each other all night. She quickly became my best friend, and someone that I felt for the first time I was in love with. We hung out all day, every day. We were always so happy with each other. Playing games until the night.
Just don't kill yourself, please. Hey, listen, buddy, it's gonna be Miskiff. It's okay. Just can you not kill you? Listen, we need to get to the. Listen, you need to leak the stuff, Miskiff. You need to leak things. Don't end yourself yet. You need to do the leaky, buddy. If you're going out, can you take the rest of the fucking aristocracy with you? God, fuck me, guys.
Loving every moment we were with each other. It felt poor. Jack, relax. I remember one day I left my house. She called me just so we can be on the phone together, as we always did. And we were playing a song called Falling in Love with You with Elvis came on, and I felt that love. First time I felt love for a girl, and I thought I'd want it to never let it go. The first year of our relationship, we almost had.
This sounds like a fucking book report from a 16-year-old. This is completely fucking retarded. I don't know what the fuck I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting him to go live and be like, "Hey, let me tell you how much I was in love with this girl. Let me tell you about the Pokemon. Let me tell you about the Elvis song, chat." The fuck, bro?
No fights. We started to date officially in January of 2022, and up until my cancellation, everything was perfect. She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened.
Okay, hold on.
I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that.
Do you know what? That kind of... Okay. So for those of you who remember the Einabber stuff, Einabber did something really fucking clever in his document. It was like his response to Kirsty's accusations. He basically addresses the accusation and then glosses over it in the lightest way possible. And it's like, it sounds fine at first glance. It's like, okay, cool. He was just throwing his phone on the bed. But it's like, okay, she got a bruise from it. That's like, I don't know about you guys, but when I throw a phone on the bed, like, because I do this all the time. Like, when I'm getting ready for bed, I'm sat at my desk. My bed's, like, really near my desk. It's, like, over, kind of in front of me, like, behind a cabinet. It's like, my room's layout's weird. But, like, I'll just pick my phone up and throw it onto the bed, lightly, usually at the foot of the bed. But to, like, bruise somebody... Like, you have to be aiming... Surely you have to be aiming at them. That's not like little underarm throw or something. Or like a light little, like, toss. That's a... I'm going to throw... Like, I'm chucking something. That's very specific. The fucking plushies, bro? What which plushies are we talking about? Listen, I like plushies. Okay? I have way too many plushies. How hard do you need to throw a phone to bruise somebody? I mean, like, how would you not notice at the moment that you've, like, hit them? Like, I don't know what you mean.
What happened? I will throw you and show you an example, chat. I'm brushing my teeth. Right here. Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed. I would just lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone. That's it.
What? What, bro? Bro. She got a black eye, Beckett, not just any normal bruise. That's what Emmy is alleging. Yeah, like, dude, I don't believe this. This sounds like utter bullshit to me. Bella straight up clocked her in the head. Dude clocked Emperor in the head and said, dodge that shit next time. Dude, that shit popped in half when he threw it. Bro, dude, what the fuck?
And when that's the whole thing. I didn't throw it at her. I want to make that very clear. I never threw it at her. I never hit her. And she even said in her situation that she bruises easily. She brushed over that I threw water bottles with her on my phone near her, but that wasn't during our fights. It would be throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got bruises from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. That's it. I did feel a lot of stress over the time of our...
Sorry, Killjoy just sent me a gif of fucking Gambit. I was just checking my phone, like, turns out it's like, yo, fucking explosive tied to it, dude. I just threw my phone, my ninja stars, a rock, just into the bed.
Our relationship up until this point from her stalkers. From the ones that would show up at her old house, and also stalkers that just had from her TikTok postings. We found after being with each other that her stalkers had a lot from would come to her a lot from her short form content. These people were schizophrenic and would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos, these people started to feel she was talking to them and come to our house to stalk her. These people thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous. I told her if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. She agreed and understood that it was a safety concern for not only...
Wait, hold on. What? I just want to go back. What the fuck is he talking about?
A lot from... would come to her a lot. I did feel a lot of stress over the time of our relationship up until this point from her stalkers. From the ones that would show up at her old house, and also stalkers that just had from her TikTok postings. We found after being with each other that her stalkers had a lot from would come to her a lot from her short form content. These people were schizophrenic and
Imagine if you're an eagle and they send the Shelbonator after you. Bro, I'm so... I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Dude, I'm so fucking confused what his point is. Like, I don't get this. Like, okay, so she's an e-girl. She had stalkers because of course she did. She's a fucking e-girl. And listen, obviously all e-girls are bad. Obviously all e-girls are bad. I'm with you, chat. But this is not her fault. And wouldn't the solution be less public about where you live and like taking the like normal security concerns? Were you dealing with insane fans? I don't know, man. Like that seems like it's not a problem for her posting shit. I don't get how that's her fault. What?
would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos, these people started to feel she was talking to them and come to our house to stalk her. These people thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous. I told her if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. She agreed and understood that it was a safety concern for not only me, but the house. Russell, Simply, Corey, or anyone that was in my house or anyone that was near us. She agreed that she wouldn't want to hurt anyone else and knew that posting these types of TikToks and posts can mess with us and is something I'm not comfortable with as a guy. So she
okay, look, this just sounds like massively controlling behavior under the guise of a safety concern. This is dude, what is this response? So yeah, basically, we made our lives public, our locations pretty public, and turned our, 24/7 into stream content. But it was a problem when Emery did it, specifically. So, as her boyfriend, I told her to stop. Fucking what?
She would tell me that if I had a problem to let her know. And at first, it was minor things here and there, but over time, it got harder and harder to deal with. There were more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I could get in a ton of trouble with OTK and cause a ton of problems. Would you guys stop spamming never sub, never donated? Okay, relax. I told her if we were going to be serious about this relationship, I need to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. And then there was more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I can get in a ton of trouble with OTK and can cause a ton of problems in my life. So I lied to all of my old friends, S-Fan included, who lived just next door to me, and everyone in OTK. And that was very hard for me to do.
Holy shit, are you really playing victim that you had a secret relationship? This is fucking unhinged. This is the most retarded response. Bro, fucking learn not to press the go live button. Talk to a fucking lawyer. Talk to a PR company. What the fuck is wrong with you? Guys, actually, the real victim was me. It was very hard for me keeping it secret while trying to control the woman that I was dating. But don't you realize that I was in love with her? We watched Pokemon. Are you fucking for real? Dude, this is fucking mental. I didn't know what to expect, but it certainly fucking wasn't this. Holy shit.
Stay strong, Miz. This will pass.
We had a doggy door between our rooms just so we can hide it from everyone else, including my roommates.
Sorry, what? What were you doing? Sticking your dick through it? What do you mean hide it? What do you mean? What were you doing? Crawling through the fucking... I mean, that's the implication, isn't it? You were crawling through a doggy door to see your secret girlfriend. This is fucking absurd. This is so fucking weird, bro. What an absolutely insane way to pitch an offense for yourself. What the fuck? Bark twice when you're coming in, sweetie. Holy shit, bro.
We would lock the doors to avoid our roommates finding out. As time went on, they found out, but to most of our friends in the Austin...
As time went on, they heard me crawling through the fucking doggy door. Listen, I know that streamers are completely fucking retarded. I know that as a breed, myself included, streamers are dumb, okay? We're pretty dumb. But I refuse to believe that you were living in a house with this fucking woman and it was like you were being so stealthy that no one had any idea. This is such an insane claim to make. They were blatantly sat downstairs being like, so they're upstairs fucking again, aren't they? Like, and just being like, oh god, I mean, why don't they just be on... Dude, you're living with these people. This... Oh, unfucking... No, listen, I don't believe... Dude. This guy is either retarded or just... I don't even know what the other explanation is. Yeah, we installed a doggy door. No one knew. Holy fuck.
Circle they never officially knew. That stress alone would drive anyone mad, but our love for each other was strong, and we knew...
Did YMS offer them the idea with the doggy door?
who we can handle.
Hey, listen, guys. YMS here. You can borrow some of my fursuits if you like. Really conceal your identity. Have you ever heard of yiffing?
So, in September in 2022, a lot of you guys know, I was canceled by Trainwrecks and others trying to claim I covered up sexual assault. It was proven wrong, but that destroyed my mental health. I felt like my brain cracked, and I was never the same since. I was suicidal, depressed, and I didn't know what to do with my own life. Every day felt like an absolute nightmare. I was losing OTK, my mental health, and all my friends. Emaru was one of the only people that were there for me. She ditched sponsors to go with me to Japan.
Dry our lips.
She went with me anywhere I needed because she wanted me to be happy. And she knew sometimes I freaked out, I lashed out, but she loved me and she knew I was in a terrible mental place. It got so bad, the stress and constant talking about the same things over and over and no sleep and depression, that most of my hair started to fall out and Emaru started to hurt herself while we were in Japan. As this time happened, I was a massive wreck. I couldn't think straight, and being that Emaru hung out with me all day, she too started to become high-strung. Ugh. We would yell at each other, fight, and argue all the time. Things we never once did. I felt this relationship was taking a huge strain. But I thought it could be fixed over time, since things were just so amazing that first year. But...
Bro, this is fucking mental. This is actually insane. I look, I'm gonna be like completely clear. I have been through relationship stress in the public eye, okay? And it's complicated. Like I have no bad feelings towards Star at all. Like at all. And there's a reason, like, neither of us have ever done anything like this. We've never gone on stream and talked about what our fucking relationship was like. And this is the exact reason we fucking don't, actually. But, like, holy fuck. How are veteran streamers fucking this up? Absolutely insane behavior. As for whether this probably caused a lot of relationship stress, it did, obviously. But at the same time, that's not really an excuse. It's not really a reason. I don't know what to fucking tell you. I said when this, like, I said to somebody else where, like, there's someone posted it in the group, in one of the group chats yesterday when this came out. And I was like, I fucking hate talking about relationship drama because it's really difficult to pick apart, like, what's, like, a legitimate thing where you're like, oh, this is abuse versus relationships are complicated. And that line is, like, really important, at least in my opinion. Like, there are certain things where it's like, okay, we've all been in relationships and we've all, like, had bad relationships where, like, either we're the problem or the other person's the problem. I've spoken pretty openly about this on stream with some of my previous exes where, like, sometimes I've been the crazy ex, many times they've been the crazy ex, or at least, like, the bigger problem in the relationship. Humans are complicated, but, like, there's a dividing line between your relationship's complicated and your stress and this is abuse. And, like, with stories like this, I think nailing down which that is really matters. Now, I, in some respects, am much less interested in what happened in their relationship directly when they were dating, but what happened after and around it. Because, like, when they're dating and when you're in the middle of this stress, you can kind of go, okay, cool, that's a complicated situation. We're getting, like, a fucking outside view of. But if you're talking about, like, the current actions, where it's like, if you ever come out and talk about me, I'm going to tell everyone you killed your fucking pets. That's something where you can just, like, nail and go, okay, cool, right. That's like that clear line cross where that's not relationship drama. That's not an internal thing that's happening. That is you trying to silence and threaten a previous partner with, like, horrific shit. Like, and again, with the whole story of what appears to be, like, a story of sexual assault. It's like, well, how does this occur? Like, what sort of fucking headspace are you in? Because, like, I don't think there's a legitimate headspace where you're like, yeah, and then, you know, she was in tears, so, I just thought my hands would go for her one day. It's like, okay, no, dude, what? No. Destiny's livestream response to his most recent controversy was better than this. Yeah, well, Destiny's actually quite good at those, to be fair. Dude. Found a small VOD of their Japan trip. Lol, his hairline is fucked. Hold on, let's have a look. Let's have a look at this.
And so how they continue the video?
They don't.
Bro, what is that?
What?
Walmart.
Oh, Walmart was convenient?
Yeah. Walmart.
It's like a
Lush.
It's like a 7-Eleven, but 50 times bigger.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Chat, we're in Manhattan.
Wow, they are really shooting him from, like, the forehead up, like, down, aren't they? Look at the fucking cutting of this. Like, bro, I mean, I can see why. Dude, like, fucking hell, what sort of stress does that to you?
I'm so gay. But as we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. You can take it out of only mode. But as we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. I never want to talk about this. Emaru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first...
No way. No way, he's actually gonna do it? What the fuck?
Moved in. These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail.
Wait, hold on. What the fuck are you talking about? Hold on. I'm confused. Even if this is true, and I don't believe it is, by the way, because I've got no fucking reason to. If you're dating this woman, Why aren't other people like, I don't know, if you're seeing animal abuse or something, why are you just sat on this now? Why didn't you do something about it at the time? None of this, it doesn't even make fucking sense. Bro. Wait, if cameras were on all the time, people would see that, right? Yeah, I mean, again, like, there's a claim against content creators that they use animals as props, basically. But when you've got shit like this, usually there's a pretty good record. Sorry, I'm opening a bottle of Lucozade. There's a pretty good record of what happened, because it's, like, on the fucking screen.
Completely neglected those rabbits. So much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning lady...
Wait, hold on. What was that?
Many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house.
Of being in your house? So let me get this straight. Your claim is that Emery was living with you. The rabbits were in a shared space and they died from neglect in your house. So for this to be true, for the claim that Emery is some kind of animal abuser, you would also be claiming that you are an animal abuser. Is this fucking real? What are you doing? What kind of fucking claim is this? Yeah, guys, listen, you can't trust her. She let her rabbits die. I mean, I also let her rabbits die, but you can trust me. Fucking what? What are you talking about? It's fucking mental.
My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
Beckett, fun fact, majority of American rabbits are so fucking inbred, they all have cancer and incredibly short lives. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't keep rabbits. I've got a friend who had a rabbit for like, I think I had it for like a decade or something. Like, they can live really long, but like, yeah, rabbits are, like, my understanding is, like, depending on the breed, not particularly healthy animals, and can, like, dude, she, one of my friends, like, her rabbit ended up like, actually, I'm not gonna tell the story. I'm not gonna tell the story, it's fucking gross, but that rabbit did not have a good end. It lived, that rabbit got too old, let's put it that way.
777777777.
I didn't even know there was TTS going on. Hold on one sec.
Rabbits can die very easily from loud noises even? Bro, really? Are they that sensitive? Again, don't have rabbits. Never had rabbits. Actually, that's not... listen, I took care of the class rabbit once over a summer.
Here is a video up close of Emeru's rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting.
Again, like, let's say it's true. Again, I don't care about any of the Twitch aristocracy. I don't give a fuck. Like, why didn't any of you do anything about it then? So again, the claim here is that you and multiple other people watched animals die. For what reason? What is this? I'm so fucking confused. I'm actually legitimately confused at what this response is. This is one of those classic things that I don't think non-drama streamers actually understand. And as a drama streamer, you have to be really careful about it. If you hold on to information, the fact that you have held on to that information can be used against you. So, like, let's say I had dirt on somebody. Let's say I had dirt on fucking... Who'd be a good example of this? Who can I randomly name drop who I haven't talked about for a while? Let's say I have dirt on fucking Wick TV, okay? And then Wick TV comes out. It's like, I'm gonna go after Beckett. I'm gonna go off. But I'm sick of this ginger asshole. And then like comes out after me, and then I've got like a fucking shotgun list of everything Wick's ever done that I've never made public. Well, why the fuck would I be sat on that? Like Nick and the Destiny stuff? Well, that was the accusation against Nick at the time, but he was not sat on anything. Nick Diorio did not sit on the Destiny information. It is just not fucking true. Nick just couldn't go live with it. But I said this at the time. Nick, from the moment Nick found out about the extent of the Destiny stuff, he cut off Destiny. And there were fucking calls because, like, back when commentary was, you know, there were more of us just hanging out together. I remember a call months before the drama happened. Well, maybe not months, maybe like a month-ish, when Nick first like heard about the Erudite DMs. He was like, "Yeah, Destiny's done." Like, would people just waiting for shit to come out because he couldn't he didn't have all the DMs. He couldn't go live with anything. But yeah, that's like the obvious accusation. It's the accusation that was made against multiple people who were associated with Destiny. That's what I meant. People jumped to conclusions that he did, but he had no proof, just people talking. Yeah. It's a really difficult balancing act because you get like optically fucked. And people like don't know your shit around it. I mean, we've said this with the KP stuff. It's like, well, why is Beckett talking about the KP stuff? I like talking about bronies. It's very simple. If you knew me and my history and my content, you'd know that. Same with like when the Destiny video came out. I saw multiple comments from people. Why is Beckett getting involved in this? Why is Beckett the one dropping a Destiny video? Because I was in Twitch politics. Because I know all these fucking people. That's why. It'd be in some respects, it'd be like weirder if I didn't try and get involved in something like that. Like taking more of a step back. It's like, well, you know all these fucking people.
This is a video from my own brother. I didn't record this. These are mites all around her cage. Okay. I would tell her to take care of them all the time, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many died just over a year or two of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt bad, and my brother once came over and said that if I marry her, he'll never forgive me. In fact, when Maya came over during my cancellation, she actually commented on Emaru's rabbits and said, "These rabbits are completely neglected, and this is disgusting." Emaru wouldn't clean the cages, and the smell became so bad that we started to have the rabbits just be outside. I told her if that's the case, she's got to make sure she's giving them water, because they are her responsibility. Instead, these rabbits were left outside in 100-degree heat with no food or water or anything, most of the time being in cages with no bedding besides poop all over the place. Emmy didn't care. She would sit inside and play League of Legends all day, and what this showed me is that I don't want her to be my children's mother, and I couldn't see myself marrying her. The fights from these...
Bro, so let me get this straight. You're dating this woman. And you're treating her like a fucking housemate. Then you're in a seemingly a serious relationship, and you're like, oh, it's not my problem, though. She didn't take care of the rabbits in my house, so I don't want to... Dude, I'm crashing out. This is such an insane defense. Aren't you all rich? Why didn't you just hire someone to clean the cages? Dude, I mean, yes, obviously, but, like, you're not thinking like a streamer, Kairais. You're not thinking like a streamer. You've got to like dumb yourself down. There's an element of like your IQ. You need to like listen. If you have some sort of like sharp implement and just like self-lobotomy, and you'll understand how streamers think. Is he insinuating she wanted his kids? I think he's I literally don't have any fucking clue why he's going down this line. I don't get it. It's such a bizarre choice.
These times started to get worse. I would constantly want to be farther and farther from her.
Okay, to be clear as well, here's what's quite important about this as a response. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It makes no fucking difference. Emery sat here. Emery could be a total piece of shit. Okay? Here's the reality. It actually doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter if you're not like a perfect person. Like talking about the perfect victim narrative. All that matters is, can we trust Emery in what she's saying about Miskiff? And the weight of like what we're seeing coming out, like the way Miskiff's behaved over the years, seemingly like some DMs and receipts that I'm being told exist, again, I'm just fucking lancing over this, seem to point in these directions. So it's like, yeah, Emery could still be a piece of shit. It doesn't change the fact if Miskiff's abusive. Miskiff wouldn't want her children because he was afraid of the kid being able to BJ out of the womb. I missed that. What? BLJ out of the womb? What the fuck does BLJ mean? What a terrifying sentence you've made me accidentally read, Nicandros. What the fuck is wrong with you? Backwards long jump. What the fuck is going, dude? Fuck me. I think that sentence broke me. I'm done. Dude.
I would use her for content, but after stream would.
Haven't you seen the clip of Miskip seething that Emery pulls off the? Oh yes, I have. Yeah, she like takes the controller from him and just instantly does it really easily.
Want to be alone. I didn't know how to break up with her or end things. She was a co-owner of my org, the only person I knew, and the strain of the relationship and hiding the relationship was really taking a toll on me. On top of that, the stalkers were getting worse. One stalker came to my house, and I had to point a gun at him for 30 minutes until the cops came. These stalkers are no joke, and the pressure from the relationship, the anger I felt, and the stalkers.
Not her fault. Fucking hell. It is not her fault. Unironically, that what? You're dating another public figure. You're already a public figure. You know what the fucking game is. If you're worried about stalkers and shit, date someone who's not a fucking streamer. I'll be honest with you, I would not date somebody else who does this on the internet. Like, listen, I've learnt my fucking lesson. You should not, like, if you're a content creator, you should not date, actually, fuck that, actually. You shouldn't date content creators, full stop. For any of you who are in chat being like, hey, I'd love to date a streamer or a YouTuber. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You think you would, but it's kind of like buying a husky. You think you want to own a husky. You actually don't want to own a husky. Nobody wants to own a husky. They want to look at a husky and think huskies look nice, okay? That's much like dating a YouTuber or content creator of any kind. You don't want this. Listen, let me describe to you what it's like doing this shit. I work a full-time job and then I come and argue about meaningless drama on the internet, which consumes a significant portion of my life because it has to for me to be able to keep up with it. I have like 2 modes and no real personal life. You do not want to date a content creator. You do not want to be a content creator. It is not worth it. No one sane, normal, or who isn't massively fucking damaged does this, okay? There are no normal content creators. We're all fucking weird, okay? You want a friend who owns a husky, a friend who owns a pool, and a friend who is dating a YouTuber. Yes, that is exactly correct, Nicandros. It's like dudes who want to date only fangirls or strippers, but then get mad they keep working. Yes. You like, again, it's not... And also the veneer drops away. Like, again, if you date a content creator, like, you kind of see, like, anyone who makes content in a very particular, like, in a very particular light. And then if you actually date them, you're like, oh, they're a human being, and they're terrible. Hello, I came from YouTube and Discord and I installed Kick for and because of you. I am so sorry Sun is lost. I'm so sorry that you've had to install Kick. Listen, we're gonna do a couple of Kick streams over here, but I'll be back on YouTube next week, okay? Don't worry, it won't be forever. I appreciate you coming over though, that's based. You see how the sausage is massaged, at least in the OnlyFans case? Holy fuck, bro. The screaming, anxiety, the tearing everything apart. I mean, like, look, I'll be honest with you. When I go to bed, like, even when I'm not, like, making content, like, before I go to bed, I'll go through and check the Twitter, you know? And just have a quick look, see if there's anything that's come up. And there have been a few times where I have been going to bed, checking Twitter, and a story has broken. And I've gone, oh, fuck. And got out of bed, got dressed, got a coffee, and gone live. Do you really want to date somebody who has to live like this? Because you're like, oh, fuck, something massive's just happened, and I need to be live in the next 20 minutes to talk about it. Because an element of this is you have to be first. Okay? It is not, listen, this is just a massive advert of don't date me or anyone like me. You will regret it. It is not worth it. Imagine you date an OnlyFans millionaire and she has a team of like 30 Indians. Something that's just fucking Christ. Beckett also does that anytime I DM her. Okay, to be fair with Vlad, usually we just set up a call. But actually someone did DM me, like yesterday. And I was in bed. And I couldn't, like, what they were asking was quite complicated, or at least it needed my attention. And I got out of bed, threw on a dressing gown, and answered the DM. And, like, again, it does happen. And it's just like, dude, it's not fucking worth it. I don't mind, because I have fun doing this. But, like, fuck me. God, dating me must be a fucking nightmare. I mean, nothing beat the 111 derail stream after the Leadhead stream. Yes. Fucking hell. Dude, what a mess. Anyway.
And the stalkers as a whole really made us lash out at each other.
Thank you. It's all in the lighting.
She would tell me that she doesn't realize what she's doing, that she didn't understand what she was doing wrong. But I would constantly tell her, on and off stream, that she needs to do more because these stalkers are getting worse. I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because...
Okay, hold on. So you did do all the things of being massively controlling. This is very clear controlling and, I'd argue, probably kind of abusive, especially if you're saying not to talk to certain people. You're controlling the group around her. I mean, and again, like, if you want to make the argument of some form of, like, abuse, I think you just made it for her, didn't you? Just to note down the artist, Beckett wears dressing... Oh, fuck me. Yes, I wear dressing gowns. They're very comfortable. Okay. Actually, I need a new one. Oh my fucking god, this is mental. He 100% was mad at her for being the victim of stalking. Yes. Bro, he's cooked. Listen, I especially after Mama Max, after Saberspark, after all the other shit, I want to be real fucking careful of like running allegations without any fucking like hard evidence, any receipts. But let's be fucking honest. Bro's just come on camera to admit to shit. I don't know what you know. He's admitting to shit and the defense says, yeah, but she didn't take care of the rabbits properly. This is fucking crazy. Like, what are you doing? This is a veteran streamer. I can't, bro.
Because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not.
Okay. This is, oh, dude, this is such classic abuser language as well. I did this. I stopped her doing things. I didn't let her go out unless she was wearing a fucking, like, sheet. and like with little eye holes cut in it so she looked like a ghost, because like what if somebody assaulted her? I made her change her cosplays. I didn't let her talk to anyone because otherwise she might be in danger. It was my job as a man to protect her. Okay, I considered moving us to Saudi Arabia where it might be easier. This is fucking mental.
There, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling and I should.
Okay, here's the problem. It doesn't matter, because rather if you had... Okay. Let's do the perfect world when Miskiff boots up a stream to apologize and goes, listen, guys. I've seen what Emmy said. Not all of it's true, but I was a controlling asshole. Here are all the things I did wrong. And I love this woman. I really wanted it to work, but I was getting cancelled. It's not an excuse. It's just the truth. My mental health was in the gutter. It was a really toxic relationship. I don't want to speak badly about my ex, but like, I'm just really sorry. I'm not planning to step away, or I am planning to step away. But like, obviously, Emery has every right to be upset at me. And I get it, and I hope, like, I am truly sorry, and I hope she can forgive me. If he did that, if he did that, maybe he'd be like, okay, listen, he's gonna get a lot of hate, but he's like owning the position. He's not done that. He's basically come on, accused her of being a fucking animal abuser. Like, explain that he was in love. Explain the fact that she, like, he talks. I didn't mention this when he's doing it. She's like, oh, she was self-harming herself. Like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, I did throw my phone at her and I did bruise her, but honestly, guys, I was just throwing it on the bed. What the fuck are you doing? Becky is 100% on how to actually apologize. I mean, the trick is usually, like, you apologize when you know you've done something wrong and you just want to be sorry. Like, otherwise, don't apologize. Like, if you're gonna Giga Chad this, just Giga Chad this. The other way he could have done this, which would have been better, would be like, I don't give a fuck about what this bitch says. I just, like, listen, she abused her rabbit. She deserved everything I did to her. That's the other way to do this. Like, he's done both and neither. It's completely fucking mental. Holy shit.
Should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man.
But listen, let's just focus on the rabbits. What the fuck are you doing?
The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely fucking toxic. I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together or if we weren't around. She always wanted me to drive over to her house, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone. And that increased our fights. But the stalkers continued, and I got even more stressed. They started to take pictures of me whenever I would drive to her house.
What are we doing? What's going on?
Sorry. They knew my every movement. I couldn't take it. Between the rabbits, the stalkers, and the overall ability to handle situations with each other, I knew this wouldn't last. But I didn't know how to get out of the relationship. She did not want to move out. As for me telling Cheddar to leave my house, he was swatting at Chompy constantly and making him bleed. I not only was the one that wanted her to move out first, I was the one that wanted the cat out of the house because he was attacking my cat.
We're on the cat now? The fuck, bro? Bro, how fucking cooked are you? That you are basically drawing, like, listen, guys, I know that I was a controlling dickhead, but have you considered our pets? What the fuck are you doing?
Every month went by the last year, and our fights started to get louder. We were breaking up with each other almost weekly. Fights were getting more aggressive, and shouting began to increase. I was not perfect, and I reflect on those situations with poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression. I one time did say I was going to kill myself.
I'm sorry, what?
Or with poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
She'd throw clothes or plushies at me. Bro, I'm sorry. Like, what? No. Unless the plushie was, like, unless it had, like, a fucking battery pack in it, and it said noises, and she was, like, throwing a plushie at you, or, like, throwing a t-shirt at you or something, is not domestic abuse. I'm sorry, it's just fucking not. What are you talking about? Oh, dude, come on.
I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening.
What? Okay, show me this fucking screenshot.
I'm just going to leak everything because I don't really care.
Okay. To Emmy. I'm freaking out. What is happening? I'm so confused. Call me when you can. I'll call you back later. I feel like shit right now. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem. What? What is this meant to show? What do you mean leaking everything? Show me the rest of the fucking messages. Okay, I do think it's kind of funny that the dyslexic in me instantly wants to read this as Miskiff. I literally want to kill Miskiff. It's just, dude. What's his reply? Okay, you're okay? What? What?
This is the situation. I told her that a stalker's at the house. I'm freaking out. What is happening? Can you call me? I'll call you. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem. So just want to show this. She was also using the I want to kill myself a lot in our situation and relationship. This is while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers. This stalker who was at my house, his background picture was Emaru. And when he talked to the cops, he was in love with her and thought that she was talking to him. It is disgusting what these stalkers can do. I will say this. The fact that this guy came to my house and the result of it was a cop brought him down the street to a QT, which is a 7-Eleven, 15 minutes away, and that's all they did, is terrifying for these girls and terrifying for the situation in general.
I'm sorry. You're dating a public person. You seem to have known what this was like beforehand. You ended up in this long-term relationship with this person. I'm sorry, this just doesn't seem like her fault. I'm not that familiar with her content, but like, how is she farming these people? God, this is just fucking bizarre.
Sorry.
Where's all the security for these people? Well, not at TwitchCon. What a fucking mess.
I knew that the relationship wasn't healthy at this point. I knew we had to end it and soon. One day, Emmy posted a very provocative picture, one that she knew I would hate, and she posted it to make me upset. She admitted that she made me upset with it, and we got into a heated argument, and I broke up with her. We broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
I'm sorry. So let me get this straight. You're not dating this woman. You went to get some food. You're not addressing whether she was crying or not. You're not addressing like any of the other shit. And you're just like, what? The fuck is going on? So this is true. This is true at least to some extent. You did make out with her. You did then, like, try to, as you put it, Miss Giff, move to the next stage, to which she screamed. I'm gonna be fucking honest with you. Like, I've never been in a situation before, ever, in my entire life, where I have been with a woman, making out, and initiated the next stage where they have screamed. In fact, I don't know many men who would, and like, I've never heard of another man who's not, like, very weird ending up in a situation like that. Like, unless they're extremely autistic, I don't think Jars ended up in situations like that. What the fuck is going on? I just...
But we got back together soon afterwards. And during those last few months where we were fighting, we were still fighting, but it did feel like the relationship had good progress. And we were both agreed we need to talk about our future. Since it's been 3 years, we should see what we want, and Emmy had an idea to write down everything we wanted on paper. I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true. This is exactly what happened.
I just, listen guys, whatever you've thought of the rest of this stream, I want to let you know that what I'm about to tell you is true, is the truth. It's very honest thing I'm about to say to you. Everything else has been, you know, kind of honest, but what I'm about to say is I want everyone watching to know that this is the very truth. Holy fucking shit, bro. Holy shit, bro. What is wrong with you?
Happened, and she cannot argue this. One day, after staying over Emiru's house, Emiru made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she wants me to marry her, and she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter that was staring in front of me, and I just handed her back the paper. She began to cry, and I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. I knew we were just beyond the point of toxicity in the relationship, that our trust had completely died, and that we had so many issues that I couldn't deal with it, and I was not mentally well. I walked away. I went to her door, and as I opened it, the last words I ever heard her say is, "Don't go. I love you."
This is fucking incredibly retarded. So, okay. So the play here is that she's irresponsible, immature, and she is doing this because he rejected her. That's the play. Now, the problem is that you can't have it both ways. She can't be the majority of the problem in the way that you're framing things, and you also saying, well, I was toxic and it was a really toxic relationship. You kind of just have to own the position. And like one of the things that I've said, like with when talking about previous exes or whatever, is generally speaking, if I talk about my exes, it's usually the ones that I've been more of the problem with. I think the only exception to that is like probably the most toxic relationship I had was with the ex who tried to stab me. But like at the same time, like I was in a really fucking bad place with that. Like that relationship, I was a fucking mess. You know, I was a teenager. I was like 17. So it's no like great surprise. But when you're like doing something like this on a public platform, you kind of just have to like either own the allegations, which he's kind of doing, and then just be like, nothing else matters, because nothing else matters. Only the one stabbing. And yeah, only one of my exes has tried to stab me. Another one of my exes did try to get me beaten up. That was funny. She got very annoyed. Like when I broke up with her, she turned to me and said, "Oh, by the way, I'm sleeping with this other guy who was like in our friendship group." I was like 16, 17 at the time. And so to be clear, I actually broke up with this girl to date the girl who like nearly stabbed me. But she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm actually sleeping with this other guy in the group." And I was like, "I don't care." She got really fucking annoyed. But yeah, like, yeah, look, I think that's most of it. She tried to get me beaten up. That didn't work. I was alright. I was fine. That's, to be fair, that particular girl, I was definitely a bad boyfriend. I was a terrible fucking boyfriend. She put up with so much shit.
That week, I made flights to Japan because I didn't want to sit around and wait to possibly get back together again. I have never talked to her in person since. I have messaged her numerous times wondering why I have been removed from OTK, Discords, and I was very scared because I didn't know what was going on. Nobody was talking to me or contacting me, and I have had so much regret. Times where I wanted to go back, times where I've drunk messaged her love letters, as you saw on stream. But after 10 months, I know we're much better off without each other. I did see her at a party once at Simply's house. The house was very small, and I opened the door, I said whoops, and proceeded to talk in the other room about what I possibly did wrong, and began to bawl out and be depressed because I just saw my ex-girlfriend. I want to make it very clear. I was not following her, nor lingering around her. I was with others the entire night. The house is about 2,000 square feet with about 50 people there. I, of course, was near her, but I was never following her. This year has been very hard for me, and I'm sure for her. I even went to Japan and drank every single night just to sleep. Going from being with each other for 3 years straight and trauma bonding to be completely alone is such a difficult thing for both of us. I began therapy in February of this year with EMDR therapy, something she recommended me when we...
Holy shit, listen. I know that I'm an advocate for therapy. I know that I say all the time, go and get therapy. It'll help you. It'll save your life. It saved my life. But holy shit, every time you're in drama, you can't just be like, I'm in therapy, guys. It's fine. Listen, I'm calling a fucking embargo on it. No more. No fucking more.
We were dating. I'm very happy to say that I feel better than ever, and I've gotten a lot of the stress I've had away. I've also moved from Austin myself, and I've had a lot of trauma lingering from there as a whole, and I feel a lot better from that. I truly hope nothing but the best for Emmy. I know she said a lot of these things.
I truly hope nothing best for Emmy. That rabbit abusing, stalker bringing bitch. Like, what? What the fuck do you mean? Dude, I don't know who wrote this. But it's fucking mental. You should have taken a day, buddy.
Today, and I do believe a lot of them were false. But I do hope nothing but the best for her. And I'm sorry that any of this happened. I hate that we're in this situation. And I hope that she can move on. We were in a toxic relationship. I saw that. I've realized over the years of 2 relationships now online that I'm a horrible boyfriend and I have a lot to work on for myself. I've been single for the past 10 months and I plan to stay that way. I'm continuing to go to therapy and work on myself, not just for me, but for the people around me. Okay. That's it. If you're wondering if it's scripted, the answer is, of course it is. I wrote it out because I cannot freeball this. This is a very serious situation. I want to make this real, and that's it. Okay? I am going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have.
Okay. Look, this kid may be a piece of shit, but this could actually be funny. Okay. This could the outcome of this could be genuinely fucking hilarious.
That I'm going to expose as time goes on, because I do believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild. But I want to make it very clear. When it comes to Emiru, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan. My plan...
What do you mean, bro? You've just done it. You had the evidence on hand. What the fuck? Come on. You could just be like, yes, that was the plan, actually. I've been holding on to the rabbit shit for ages, and like, fucker. Like, dude, just you can't have it both ways. This is insane. Own the position.
And for myself was very simple. If Emmy were to say something about me, I would say something back. That's it. I never had
like you just did with it. Fuck me, bro.
Had a plan in my life to go after her or do anything. It was if she ever said anything, I would say something as well. And that's completely understandable. Can you clarify what, if anything, was said to her team at TwitchCon? I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear. And that is exactly what I said.
Okay, so she is telling the truth. Fuck me.
And that is what's going to happen. Because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry I don't. Go after me all you want. I have nothing to lose. And I will say this proudly. Emiru abused those rabbits. She did. And if you're in Austin, Texas, and you want to say that she didn't abuse those rabbits at my house, you're lying. You know she did. She abused those rabbits and she let them outside. And it's disgusting. And I didn't want to bring this up ever. This was not something I planned on bringing.
Once again, and I just want to repeat it. You also are therefore responsible for the abuse of the rabbits. If that's true, you are also involved. So dumb.
Up in my life. But it's something that she claims that she didn't do, and people are trying to defend her from that. Like Asmongold, where he says that one of her rabbits she took and brought around. What about the other 6 rabbits that died? As for what happened with me and Emiru, it is I mentally have been fucked up for years. And I'm very proud of myself for working on myself. And I think leaving Austin was the best thing, not just for me, but for everyone around me. I do believe that. I fucked up a lot. And I'm never going to not admit that. And I realized I need to be alone. I never got kicked out of Austin, Texas. I left myself.
Fun fact, Beckett, if his name is on the lease/deed, he is literally responsible for the abuse happening on the premises. Yes. Dude. By the way, thank you guys who have followed tonight. Thank you for Sun is Lost, who actually made a Kick account to come over and say hi. That's based. Marshmallow Medic, Shyblock, Atlas Wolf, Tiz, Natsurai, Rain, Cathonic, Foxden. Thank you guys. Please click follow. Go on, click. Let's grow the fucking Kick channel. Let's go all in. We'll get monetized soon. It'll be great. And then I can give you stickers. You know, you love a sticker.
You're still mentally fucked? I am. I am absolutely mentally fucked. I have been slowly working on it. I do feel like I've been getting better. I feel like I'm very calm right now. I don't feel stressed. I don't even feel angry. I feel that every day I'm trying to learn more and more and do better. But I'm going to stand up for myself in a lot of these situations because a lot of it was not true. And I don't like that she was portraying that it was just me who was at fault. It was a toxic relationship, and that's what it was. Why was viewership so important? I will bluntly say this, and I'm very honest. I was, and I still am, but I very much was someone that was massively obsessed with streaming and viewership. And when my cancellation happened, and even before it, I mean, it's something you guys know. I've been massively obsessed with streaming and viewership over the years, and it's disgusting, and it has ruined my fucking life. It is something that I am envious of others. I am angry at others because of it. It makes me jealous when I see others doing well, and it has made me realize that I am I'm never happy for someone else if they're doing much better than me.
Dude, okay. I know so many people like this. I know so many fucking creators who are like this. It's actually wild.
You guys know this is true if you watch my old stream. I've always been this way. I've been very envious of other people. And it's a problem. It's a serious. I'm definitely way better than
I want to be clear as well. It is actually legitimately irrelevant. It's so meaningless. It's what's the way to put it? The problem is the people who are constantly watching numbers of others. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. They're not your audience. It doesn't matter if somebody else is doing well. Like the only person you should be benchmarking yourself against is yourself. That's it. Am I doing better than the last stream? And frankly, truly, who fucking cares? As long as I like this shit, it really should be stuff you're doing because you enjoy it. It's a hell of a way to fucking ruin your life if you don't. It's not worth it. And like again, like whether it's money, whether it's viewership, whether it's all this shit, when it starts to dominate your mind, that's one of the points where you need to actually stop.
I was now, or I am now, but it's a serious problem that I am still working on to this day. I am not perfect, and I fucked up with that. I've been this way for a very fucking long time, where I'm a competitive dude, and I think I'm very competitive with streaming because I really care about it a lot. I've sunk my whole life into this thing. So did you really drive 150 miles an hour? I'm going to say this very clear. If you know me in Austin, Texas, I drive fast everywhere. I drive fast literally everywhere. I'm in an Audi R8 in Austin, Texas, where the freeways are open. I drive fast all the time. I do. I don't even remember what situation she was talking about. I mean,
there were so many times where I could have nearly killed us both. It's very hard to tell.
We were in cars with each other all the time. I remember one time when she was picking me up from the airport, and she was in her blue Corvette, and she started the speed when we were on a straightaway when she was getting mad, and she stayed quiet. I don't remember the exact speed she got up to, but we were definitely flying.
What? I get... Dude. Let us go, dude.
But I'll say this as well. I have no problem admitting fault. The person that I was during that relationship, and I would say the Mizkif in Austin, Texas, is fucking disgusting. I hated myself. I hated this person that just sat there all day, stressed and angry and mad at the fucking world. I hated being this upset person because I know you are who you hang out with. And I definitely changed Emmy in a lot of ways and made her very stressed as well. And mentally, the situations we were in, it just cataclysmed both of us. I was a very toxic person, and I knew I needed to get out, so I broke up with her. In fact, I broke up with her twice. The first time I broke up with her, I really thought it was over. And the second time I broke up with her was forever. I did message her a lot afterwards, primarily for OTK stuff, but there were times where I did want to go back to her. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. I was drunk. I thought I needed to, but yeah. That's it. I don't think there's really anything else to talk about.
Bro, this is just fucking insane.
Leak something? No, not today. This is something I think that we went over, and
listen, guys. This is my accountability stream. Okay, this is just for the accountability. If you want leaks, you're gonna have to come back to my next stream, where I'm gonna tell you about all the rapes. Dude, I need to save some content for the next time. Okay, listen. We're gonna destroy careers one by one here. Tune back in.
I am glad that it is out there, what I just said, and that's it. So, that's it. I said what I had to say. I appreciate you guys listening, and I will be back. I'm not leaving anytime soon, but I'm gonna go relax. It's been a pretty.
By the way, nice crab Beckett. I'm trying to look at the cute thing to calm down. Thank you. He's adorable. Can we draw him?
Rough day.
Love a Digimon.
No, we're not doing top 500. Okay. All right. That's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I will keep defending myself as time goes on. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys as we keep going. I appreciate you guys, and I'm yeah.
Fucking hell. Okay. Jesus. Oh. Dude. Okay, I have other things to do today. So that's at least covering the Miskiff stuff. I think I'm probably going to be diving into a lot of the Twitch aristocracy stuff. Probably back on, like, if this goes the way it looks, probably when I'm back on YouTube. Though, do give a follow to the kick. Thank you, Gecko Art. Geckart. Is it Gecko Art? Geckart. We'll go for Geckart. Geckart's more fun to say. Drop a follow. Keep an eye out for like random kick streams. I kind of like this, actually. I'll be honest with you. Like, it's kind of fun knowing that I'm going live to just like a small little group of my like core audience. And kick means that I can like cut loose a bit more, because it doesn't really matter if I get in trouble on kick. So that's pretty fun. That's nice. I like that. I have been meaning to grow. I was meaning to grow it since the Steve Shives stuff, and then just didn't. But we'll, like, I don't know. It's probably like after the shit with like the strikes, I should probably grow like a secondary platform. It probably makes sense. Candros Cope. No, I'll be back on YouTube. I'll be back on YouTube like next week anyway. But we'll see. Beckett, I'll need you soon for more makeup advice. Okay, noted. But I do. Oh, also I need to work on some videos. I really want to put out more video content. There are so many projects. Anyway, this has been fun. This has been fun. Respond to strike with kicks. Pretty much. I don't know if that's what you meant, Nicandros, but yes. Mostly because, like, again, if I'm talking about someone who's likely to strike me, and also I didn't get a chance to talk about the Slyboy stuff. The Slyboy stuff seems like that is unironically going to, like, get, like, struck down the minute anyone talks about it. So for the Slyboy stuff, I will probably talk about it over on Kick rather than YouTube. I literally made this account for you. See? Kick needs to monetize me. I'm literally bringing people over by force. Okay? I'm just going to do the Queenman thing. We'll do bonus streams over on Kick. Okay? We'll build a little Kick culture of our own. Okay? Yeah, basically, Slyboy's been, like, investigating this map ring, like, minor attracted people ring. And he's, like, a musician, like, YouTuber, I think. But he's been, like, getting his channel, like, attacked. I actually wanted to talk about it, but I can't afford to go live with it on YouTube with the channel in the current state that it's on. So, but I do actually want to talk about it. It seems really interesting. Though incredibly fucking depressing. You can meme more about pop culture here. It's also true. Also, I don't have to worry about copyright here at all. Like, just generally speaking, like, with music or videos and stuff. Like, I actually do want to watch, like, movies and random shit. And then the streams are gone when they're gone. Like, they just time out. Though, if you want to see these streams on YouTube, please go and look at A Dark Place. I think that's where they're being hosted. So all the Kick streams will go up on YouTube as edited, like, VODs. Okay? I actually might get... I might get KJ to actually start being my archival channel on YouTube, if he's down. We'll do a, like, Ryle thing. We deserve stickers? Sure. We'll do a little sticker before we end. Who should we do? Let's do a Cammy sticker. Thank you guys for hanging out and chilling. I really appreciate it. As always, you guys are the fucking best. Much appreciated to each and every one of you. I don't know who to raid because I don't really have any friends that stream on Kick. Other than, like, maybe Just Ilk, and I don't think Just Ilk's live. And also I don't know how to raid anyway. I'll learn. I'll meet Kick people. They exist, right? Okay, cool. Fuck it. Get out of here. Go enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace, guys.